evening and welcome to Audio Dungeon. I'm your host, Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew, Dan Isgro, Brooke Armstrong, and Damian Scrow. Inside, we got Frankie on the switcher. And, of course, out there in the virtual world, we have Richard Wild. And right aside him, checking his emails, is Charles Morrison. Looking out for danger. There he is. Guys, welcome to the show. Today's episode is Season 3, Episode 11. It is Battle of Wills, Part 2. That's right. There's a second part. It's still happening. Guys, I'm so excited about this episode. Last week, we saw that they were all within this safe compounds of a bubble of reality left. They were kind of transitioning from the physical realm into the soul realm, if you will. And they had a time out of game. They had a time to kind of, rectify anything they wanted to rectify and talk to whoever they wanted to talk to. And many people in there, many interesting stories, and they spent most of their time with Smithy. So here we go, guys. We're going to start the episode right now. I am so excited about this episode. I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to go right into it. Here we go. It is Season 3, Episode 11. Enjoy. Good evening. I'm Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew, Dan Isgro, Brooke Armstrong, and Damian Scrow. We have Richard Wild and Charles Morrison with us, Frankie on the switcher. Guys, this is Season 3, Episode 11, Battle of Wills, Part 2. Last week, the group was lost in between reality and the realm of souls, this place where they travel back to when they're not in physical reality. They spent that time talking to Smithy and talking to other people inside of the tavern that was Smithy's Tavern, somewhere they felt like was home. And then at the very end, everything turned to white. And that is where we pick up today. On the very end of the episode, we decided by blind vote if everyone would stick together or not. But we did have some interesting votes. If you were watching the episode, you saw some extra hands going up. There was an issue. They took a test last week, a test they freaked out about for about 6 weeks. Written test. They all were very worried about this written test, guys. And
rightfully so, turns out.
During this test was designed to kind of put them into circles, trying to make decisions over decisions to get down to the realness of what they decide. Some of them were not so happy. Some of them were very happy. We haven't talked to those people yet because the only ones we talked to were the people that were upset. But right now, we're going to go back to...
Who's very happy?
No one. We ain't talking about yet.
Who's upset?
Just kidding around.
Are people upset? I don't even know who's upset.
I'm just kidding around. Now we begin this episode, and we're going to answer basically what happened at the end of last week, and someone will have a decision to make. Who will that be? Damian. Damian, you must now choose to concede to the will of the group and stay or leave. What do you want to do? You can feel the group pulling you in to break you. You can feel the group pulling you in unless you want to try to break away. But if you do want to break away and do your own thing, you'll have to sacrifice all of your fate points. So to quantify it, the reasoning is, for those that forget, the fact that you guys have 2 X's on NPCs disqualifies many NPCs. And that was basically you and Charles. They just decided that they don't need anybody in life. They're lone wolves, and that's the way they want to be. And because of that, it took pretty much, I want to say almost every single NPC off the map. Then there was a conversation about, well, if you split off, it would bring them back onto the map. And so, but that's where we are right now. So you have this one decision. I feel like I know what you're going to do.
Really?
Yes.
I'm glad that makes one of us.
If you don't do
If you
what we think you're gonna
All
do,
right.
close your eyes, I'll tell them what I think you're gonna do. Close your eyes. You can open your eyes. So you can now decide to split off. You have to sacrifice your fate points to do so. It does open up the NPCs for everyone else, or you stay as a group and stick with the decision that's made. I'll allow you
I don't want to.
12 seconds to make the decision. Go ahead.
12 seconds. It's gonna feel like an eternity. Okay. I guess I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do.
Last
Even
week you
though-
said you were.
What?
Last week you said you were gonna.
What?
Last week you said you were gonna stay.
I did.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get you to an answer.
I
Choose that you're gonna stay or split.
No, I'm splitting.
Really?
Yep, I'm splitting. I don't want to, but I'm going to.
You don't have to if you don't
I do.
want to.
I do. I said I was gonna last week. I said it. Not only did I say it on the show that I was gonna split off, but I also voted that way. So I'm gonna stick with what I.
So, and to clarify this for you,
Right.
the vote was to keep you together, so that's it. But if you split, you lose all of your fate points. You're good with that?
It's not.
The vote was to stay together.
No. It was
Yes.
Everyone voted to stay together, so
Yes,
that's
but
why
you.
that's why you have this conundrum. If you
right,
if you
but
split,
I didn't vote to stay together.
Right.
right.
Right, and
Well,
I
just
said it
clarify
last
that-
week on the show that I don't think I should stay with you guys. So I'm gonna go with my gut and do it. I'm gonna split off. I know it's crazy. You didn't
Oh,
expect
man.
it. I know.
No, I thought I said you was
I
gonna
I
stay.
know. I know.
Yo.
I know.
I'm surprised. I'm
I'm so
surprised
sad.
because you know how valuable the fate points are, and you're gonna give them up.
I
so
know.
Also,
I know.
how
It's messed
powerful
up.
we are together.
Right.
Like we're more
I-
powerful together than these random blokes.
Yeah. And I listen. I agree with that, and I think that you all will be
you?
stronger without me.
No, with you, we're saying all the
Right.
history that we have, all of your
Yeah,
characters.
I
in the
know,
past.
but like, what about all these characters that
I
we're
don't
not
think
gonna
they-
have? You don't
What,
think that's
what about them?
But our
well?
our
You
bond is
will get
stronger.
back a bunch probably if I'm not with you.
No,
I'm
bond is-
I'm a big part of the reason why we had to cross all these people off. Why these aren't going to be there?
You're more
Yeah.
valuable.
yeah, our bond is stronger than any of those.
it's tricky because he brings Notorious, all the characters
yeah,
you have like
he
that,
brings
and now you lose
everybody
that.
we've been
I
so
know.
bonded with.
See, what you got to
But
remember
I
here is
also
if you
don't
factor it in,
think, based on the prior episodes of this season, I am not convinced that we're all together mentally and on the same wavelength. I don't think that, like, we never came to an agreement as far as what we thought the world should be and the rebuilding and whoever's in charge and stuff. So I'm just kind of, I feel like I'm staying that course of like we
respect it.
couldn't get it together, so like I don't think we should be together necessarily. I don't think the world that your characters and your souls are going to create would be the same that I was going to. So
I'm going to interrupt 1 second. Could Frankie or Richard and Charles, could you check that the vocal levels of you guys are equal to ours? On the live?
you sound okay on the live. Oh, gee, there.
Yeah, just make sure you
Yeah,
check.
sound
Keep
all right.
continue.
So I definitely was not, planning on spending all my fate points today, but
How many fate points do you have?
now 7.
My God.
Yeah, I know it's pretty
My
awesome.
God.
But again, if I stick with my guns, he asked us last week, would you give up everything to do it? And I just feel like that's the move that my
Okay, so
soul has
that-
to make.
is
I'm
that decision-
not crazy about it, but
before I go to the next thing I'm going to ask other people, is that your decision?
yeah, I think it's got to be.
Next question. Now that that's locked in for a second, is anyone going with him?
Who's coming with me?
That depends. If we got to give up our fate points to go with him,
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
then no.
Okay,
Charles understands the value.
Charles knows the assignment.
I've only got one, so I'm quite happy to actually go. I can't let him go by himself. I will travel with him
Wow.
Okay, so Richard.
because I also think that
I think we're on the same
Travis
wavelength.
Yeah, you
and
guys are kinda similar.
and Dal are very, very similar thinking. So it's kind of natural that I'd be drawn more that way. Throughout the whole thing, we've always agreed what the world that we'd want to create is very similar compared to the rest of you.
Yep.
Okay.
I saw it like
Okay.
that weeks ago. To be
Here's your
honest.
hat. What's your hurry?
Okay, so next question. You guys can feel in this realm of consciousness, you've left physical reality. You're now in a different state, but you're aware of this parting of frequency. Now you can feel it happen. You know everything he said. You also know what you believe, and we are coming down to what is right for the end, right? Because it's not. It does come to be like, all bets are off. So make a decision for other people, for yourselves, for the quest, whatever you think is right. For everyone that is staying, if you put up 4 fate points, you can make them not split.
We can make them stay?
Yeah.
Do they get their fate points back?
Yes. They would be returned. You guys would sacrifice the 4, however you want between everybody left. That's your decision to make.
It's not about the fate points. I just don't want to force them to stay.
Yeah.
I want them to stay, but I don't want to force them
Same.
to stay.
I actually voted last week. Like I would give up everything to force to stay, but then I felt like it kind of went against the world I want to create and stuff like that. So kind of have to.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
was
good-
like,
Yeah, that
That's
would
a
be
fair
giving up
point.
their free will.
right, exactly, and that's not cool with me.
Okay, so you're letting it happen. You're locking it in. Yes.
I am locked in.
Locked in.
Okay. Don't forget, you guys got fate points from last episode. Make sure you have it. Make sure you're accurate today.
Got
It's
it.
important that everybody's accurate. Let's go around the room right now and let's state what our fate points are. This is not a rub-in for the people who just lost it. We're just gonna
This is a
put it
reminder for
out there.
Tony
People,
for
you
how
mean
many
just
he's
me.
gonna.
Damien, could you
Oh,
please
just
announce
me.
how many fate points you
Now I
have right
to
now?
tell you.
Yeah, how many? Oh,
None.
you lost 7, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
I
Totally worth it.
announce that I have 3 fate points.
Okay.
I
Brooke.
announced that I have 2 fate points.
0.
0 fate points. Richard.
0. Now.
0 fate points. 10 fate points.
Look at Charles. Look at Charles.
Yeah,
Well done.
Oh my God, this man understands the game. Okay.
Sure does. He made up the gliggity. Whatever.
The
that
gliggity.
thing.
The lickety.
He knows. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, there's a whole list of things in there now. Hopefully you'll get to
Amazing.
play with some of them.
Okay, here we go,
It's not
guys.
this season, next
Good luck to you
season.
today's episode.
We're only doing more tests, right?
Oh no.
More test.
You are all lost in the white, the nothingness, and everything all into one. Your physical existence is gone. Your name is gone. And the party that once was is now split into 2, perhaps for the remainder of the entire quest. You are on different frequencies. You've had the option to split or stay. You have the option to try to keep it together. And you have the option to keep the most valuable thing in the game right now, the fate points. They are, in fact, everything. We now go forward. And in this moment, you find, again, that you are nothing and everything. But something is required. We're now going to go around a table, and you're going to reconstruct yourself by declaring who you are. Because as you were something and you went to nothing, now it comes down to how you identify what are you, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Explain who you are. The person that does this the best, also, that I feel is the most appropriate, will receive 3 fate points. Dan, you can go first unless someone else wants to go first. And remember, Damien and Charles, you can no longer interact with the other.
You mean Richard?
No, me.
Sorry, Richard. And you, as I DM, you will all be experiencing the exact same things at the exact same time. So I'm DMing. Just you might get confused, but try to remember, you are in different groups.
Right.
You're just in parallel. So if somebody wants to go first, you can. Otherwise, I would just start with Dan.
question. You said physically, mentally, and what else?
Emotionally.
Emotionally?
You have to explain. It's almost like you have to explain yourself to existence, who you are, so existence can say, okay, and recreate you.
Are we only going by our past characters?
I have no information past that.
Okay.
And it's not written. This is, you're going to declare it out loud.
Yes, I know.
Who wants to go?
This is an oral part of the test.
This is the oral exam. Damien's almost had an oral exam outside.
What?
He had a stand exam.
I don't know what they're talking
Too
about.
bad it was raining.
He was
At
preparing
11
for the
o'clock.
quest. He's preparing today. He's warming up.
Wow, this is
Who wants to go first?
crazy on the spot.
I thought
this
you
is
were going.
crazy.
You're not ready?
And this is the
Want
fun
me to go
of today's
first?
episode.
It's up to you. You don't have to.
Now-
I guess.
Just so you know,
Yes.
what you say matters. And what you create manifests. You may begin when you're ready.
Okay. I choose to become Hogar. I am physically the same Hogar I always was.
Stop.
Ver-
Reconstruct yourself. You can't use the words I'm just saying who I was. Just say who you are, period. You can't reference what was. Act like today
Why?
it doesn't, existence doesn't know who you are. You need to reaffirm, re-upload who you are.
Okay. I'm Hogar. I'm a giant kin. I am someone who is very secure in who he is. His confidence comes from not only his physical strength, but also from his knowledge that he has more to offer the world than just his physical strength. He learned the value of compassion, and that lesson has been enforced within him for a very, very long time due to the time he spent with the Queen. A person he loves and a person he values, and a person who loves him and values him in return. "8 foot tall, 400 pounds. Of pure rippling muscle.
Done? Brooke?
Okay. I am. Are there any? There are no right or wrong answers, right?
I have no information for you.
Okay.
Only wrong answers.
Okay. I am a galaxy. I consist of ten planets. I am at the core of my being is at the center of this galaxy. It is the sun, if you will, the main star. My different aspects of my beingness are present throughout each planet. Each planet carries on it, different capacities for different frequencies. It ranges from the frequency of pure love to the frequency of fear. But there are no planets that exist without the frequency of love. So love runs through all of them. Each planet is able to support itself, the consciousness of the galaxy, the being myself, is able to support and is conscious of each being and the balance within the galaxy. That is Abiana.
That is what?
I'm trying to think of a name for it. Abiana, but I want to mix Abyssia and Ayana. So
I'm going to give you 30 more seconds to describe yourself.
okay. And it is a galaxy filled with free will and compassion, empathy, and the beings that occupy it, as myself, I'm able to shift through different frequencies of realities for whatever they choose to experience. And the moment they no longer wish to experience it, they can shift to another reality with the frequency they want to experience. And every being is in tune with me.
You done?
Yes. Actually, I have 2 more pages here.
Damien, quick before she reads them.
Puncher.
Okay. So, ready?
Yeah, after that one,
will-
I'm ready for anything.
I will take the form of Botorius, a strong, handsome dwarf who has the memory and knowledge of all my characters, and who is right now emotionally very content. Everything is sort of, he's very neutral mentally right now. Everything is, he's content with where he's at. And what was the other factor?
Physically, mentally, and emotionally. So when you answer these questions for everybody,
yeah.
you want to make sure you answered all 3. Otherwise, you will not be getting
Right. So physically,
the proper
dwarf.
outcome.
He could be, armored up, classic Botorius look. Again, mentally, with all the knowledge of all my other characters, so including this
Yes.
last iteration and all that. And emotionally, yeah, just content.
Got it.
Neutral. That's
Oh.
it.
Okay, Richard.
Okay. Physically, I am a human mage thief whose name is Mr. Nobody. He is mentally incredibly stable, content with himself. He understands what his mission is and what his goals are. He is very direct with what he wants to do. Emotionally, he is same as Botorius. He is content with where he is at and what he is going to do, and he has made peace with everything, and he's just ready to move on to the next stage or go back to what he was. He's happy either way. Um, he's fully armored up. He's all ready to go. He's 5'10". He's a male, and he has the wisdom of centuries. That's pretty much
Charles.
it.
The form takes multiple iterations before it finally settles on someone that survived the childhood that would have broke most people. Um, Tragedy, horror that would have turned even the bravest soul pale. He uh, he fights for not only family but for those that don't have the strength to fight. He has a strong companion in his fight, raised like a son to himself when both of his parents have passed. He has not only burdens of the day to try and cleanse the world he tries to protect, but he has to be what some would call a hero, but he would never call himself that. He would be considered a bit of hope in times that would be dark. He is 5.5 feet tall, slender, but has a unholy strength that you would be deceived looking at him.
Got it.
He
I'm gonna
also
ask. Oh, okay.
he also rides a dragon.
I'm gonna ask Charles and Brooke to give me the physical description.
Go ahead, Brooke.
Of my center or the whole every planet within the galaxy?
Whichever you want to give me. I need the physical description of you moving amongst the cosmos, or a physical realm. Remember, you're reconstructing.
When you say physical realm, like
If you're gonna walk from this room to that room, who are you?
so I carry within me the memory of every character I've ever had. They exist somewhere within my galaxy. I am 10 planets wide, about three long. No, I'm kidding. My center, the heart center, is physically, it's emanating the energy of love.
I just need a physical description. If you were to describe physically,
As a body?
Yeah.
I am similar to that of Ayana's. A little more of a human look, of a combination of like Abyssia, Ayana.
so Abyssia with perhaps the material makeup of Ayana.
Correct.
Okay, is that pretty much define you completely at your core? You could, to make it easier for you, perhaps this, just to help you along. Everything you said as you are, imagine you created the avatar.
Yeah,
So
okay.
just think of that. What's the avatar?
Okay, so the avatar is Abyssia and Ayana. And like Andaria and Essence, like the long silver hair. Shiny. The skin has ability to be the crystal, but also it can turn to like that dragon scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Charles.
5'6", 131 pounds, dirty blonde hair, brown eyes, very pale skin, clad in dragon scale armor, red, of course. Uh, Weapons, bow, long, short sword, and a halberd. A Strata Inferno Dragon.
Okay. For those watching, the players are either combining the aspects of their characters or identifying with the character they played during the story the most. So for some that are just watching recently, you might see the character switch now, which has happened in, I think, at least half or more of the cases.
Oh, and he's half elf.
Got it. All of a sudden, and everyone experiences at the same time, you begin to hear water, like an ocean. Of course, you are the ocean, and the ocean is you. Moments pass, and all of a sudden you are in a boat. The boat is about 12 feet from front to rear, but there are no paddles. In the boat is Damien's character and Charles's character. And of course, you're not aware.
Richard.
Sorry, I keep doing that. Richard's
He
character.
wants me there with you.
For some reason I thought because you guys both are doing the X's, I
yeah.
keep have you connected. So Damien, just keep telling me. Damien and Richard, you guys are together in one boat, and you're not aware of anyone else.
Okay.
And
It's just
you're
because
on-
I'm really nondescript. That's why.
right. He's so good at it. I can't even. And then the other boat, obviously, you have Brooke's character, Dan's character, and Charles's character.
Can we see each other?
You see each other, but you don't see Richard or Damien. Damien, you've taken the form of Botorius, and Botorius is at peace, and he's wearing his armor. He's just like an older warrior, a dwarven warrior, just ready to go, and he's, like you said, very content, and he knows exactly who he is and everything like that. Richard, you are Miss Star. This is obviously the character that you love the most. Miss Star has founded the Exchange. He's been around forever. He's very, very wise, and he also is equally as good as a thief as he is a mage. In the other boat, in a parallel existence, in a sense, is Holgar, who's now aged, secure, confident, strong, knowledgeable, compassionate, 8 foot, 400 pounds. This is a Holgar that in the quest we haven't seen this Holgar yet. This is one that has solved his dilemmas. He's
Wow.
moved forward. He has a relationship with a god of his realm, and he's been on lots of journeys since, and it's changed you into something beyond a hero. Just somebody who's just the echelon of like a character, what a character has come to be. Brooke, your character embodies everything that you know and love. You are everything. As you said, the galaxy, the 10 planets, the core center, the sun, the star, the center of the galaxy. You look like Abyssia, but the material makeup of you is a scaled crystal that repeatedly kind of waves from rainbow into like a purplish color of amethyst, and it kind of just like slowly like gradients as the lights would be in the background if they keep switching the color. Your hair is silver, and you embody the best of those characters and the rest. But physically, those two, and as you said, Andaria as well. And the rainbow is the Andarian vibe going through you. Charles, you are a survivor. As you said, you come in almost like a flux, almost like embodying a piece of all the characters you are. And pale skin, you have dragon scale armor, a bow, short swords, a seasoned warrior. This person was, a survivor is probably best put because, in one part you were someone as a gnome that was involved in a crazy battle. You have an epic story about the things that he's gone through. You were Dew, who was a savior of the dark, who traveled with with Ember's child, another dragon, and basically an absolute lone wolf that held down an area of the world that was disregarded by many. Your dragon is not with you. You are on your own.
I
But you
fixed
could
that.
but you could feel. But you did a great job trying to push that through. And there I am, riding the dragon. And did I mention I'm on top
I'm on top of
of
it.
a dragon?
Gotta try these things.
Dragon is what I'm on top of, which is a dragon.
I have my own saddle.
I have my own saddle. Every good rider
Pretty.
has their own saddle.
It's so pretty.
You got the full red dragon scale armor on. And if anybody on either boat, if anyone was looking at this at a distance, it would just be like, my God, this is it. This is like the height of these beings. And for a second, you flash your entire memory to the back 200 and something episodes, all the way back to episode 1, all the way back to the audio episodes of other characters where you're just kind of feeling your existence and consciousness being brought forward and thinking about how scared you were the first day, just coming into a tavern, having a drink, seeing somebody on an adventure to a new town, just kind of, earning your way through life. And it bounces back from that existence back to here in the flash of a moment. And it's almost like you relive it. And perhaps all of it was lived in just one moment and not in the linear existence of hundreds of years and such. This soul age is coming to a close, and you can feel the finality of this consciousness completing its thought. And you're on the very end of that thought. That thought is drawn out, a moment stretched. You're now on an ocean, and the ocean doesn't feel like water. Or perhaps you're looking at water in a different way than you've ever looked at it before, because the water is consciousness. And the consciousness to slip around you, amongst you, and below you is almost attractive. In a second, you could lose yourself into that consciousness. It would be so easy to jump off this boat and go into the water and not materialize like you are right now. Because right now you are what is left. You are will. And that is all you are. Your physicality is gone. And you are on a boat sailing upon the consciousness of the entire multiverse, of everything that is. So yes, you are will on that boat. There are no paddles. If you go into the water, would you lose yourself? It's possible you wouldn't lose yourself if you were focused. Is there anything in the water? The water is everything. So are you. Hard to say. These are the thoughts you get when you look upon the water. You see the swell rising up and going down as oceans do. In the far distance, extremely far on the horizon, you see only what can be described as an extremely large city. It's walled, and in the center has this enormous tower. And this tower and the city, even from this great distance, can be described as one that is both beautiful and horrific at the same time, because it's broken into 3 pieces. 3 pieces of a pie, if you will. On one part, it's made of crystal. On another part, it's made of wood and stone. And on another part, it's made of a black obsidian. And that's all you can see from this great distance as you float amongst consciousness. You start to come into existence, and you look around. All of a sudden, above you, you get the sensation that someone's here. You see a figure, and the figure looks exactly like the figure from the intro. It is a woman that you've seen before, with the cloak guarding her face slightly, white. Who is it?
A woman with a cloak.
It's worth 1 fate point. Say the name. Anybody can do this.
There's a name.
Just a name. Say the name. Give you guys 30 seconds. If nobody has the name, we move forward.
Kalana.
Yes. 1 fate point.
Very nice.
Your will is strong. You could let yourself slip into consciousness all around you and return home. In fact, that's all you need to do. But I see you do not. You have said your goodbyes to friends and loved ones and considered them completely. But this was the last of your physical mind. And what I want you to do is to release yourself of that struggle. For now you have recreated yourself. Now, in the boat is exactly who we said there was in the boat. At this point, we'll start with Damien and Richard. You may now spend... Actually, you're both together. You chose to be separate. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that. Okay. So she says to you, I want you to release that struggle. Can you do this?
What will happen if we do that? We just fade into this ocean with everyone else, or with these other souls or consciousness that are in there?
You could have no struggle and move forward, as willful as you are. Or you can move into the consciousness and be everything and nothing at once. Most have chosen to be at peace in that way. Right now, you soar to what you see as the heart of this consciousness, to pursue, to alter its course. I urge you to let the struggle of what you had in physical realm behind you, to bring it forward to the place where you go would haunt you. Fuchsia disappears. For you guys, 1, 2, and 3 in Charles. She says the same thing too, of course. Now, you separated with Damien and Richard. Unfortunately, you still have Charles with you, and Charles was involved in everything else. So you're still slightly penalized, but not that much. So I'm going to give you a partial benefit. You can all choose. I'll give you one person each. One person to bring back into the boat and appear with you. Now, this person, for a reason in the future, could possibly separate from you for other things you don't know. Here's the only rule about this. Each one of you can choose a person, but it has to be a person of your same alignment. What you're now going to do is you're going to reveal all of your alignments to each other.
From last week?
For everyone?
No.
Oh.
You can reveal all of your alignments. Your character. Okay, Dan, what's your alignment?
Me? My own me? Dan?
Hogar.
Did you give one to Hogar?
Yes.
Okay, so in this case, you could use Hogar's, if you wish.
Okay. Chaotic good.
Okay, Brooke.
Kinda good.
And
Neutral.
let's go- Neutral. Okay. Damien.
Neutral.
And Miss Star.
And chaotic good.
If only we took these. This this part would have been so easy if you just did a little flip. Little flippy flip. Okay, so I'm gonna give you just a little bit of time, real quickly. You can pick someone that you can bring back onto the boat. They have to be of the same alignment as you.
Of which characters?
Kind of good. The one you just gave me, which is Hogar.
No, what characters am I choosing from?
Any of the NPCs.
Any NPC.
Yeah.
Who I think is chaotic good?
Yes, exactly.
Chaotic?
Same thing for Brooke. Do one for you.
If I give you a name, you're going to have to agree with me that he's chaotic good?
Have to agree.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. You're gonna do it, and so I can take myself out because I feel like this is gonna be controversial. I'm gonna let Damien and Richard decide. They have to agree, and I want you guys to be totally accurate. And if he didn't get it, he didn't get it. If he sways you to it, that's fine. And we're not gonna spend all day in this. We're gonna make it somewhat quick. So
Okay,
Brooke,
we'll
come up
do
with
our
somebody
best.
for you.
Done.
Okay, let's do Brooks first while Dan is still thinking. Unless you got it. Brooke goes first.
Super farmer.
Super farmer. Okay,
So you are what?
Chaotic good.
Okay, and you are asking me now if Super Farmer is chaotic good.
yes, if you and Richard both agree, she gets super farmer.
Could we discuss it? Or no?
Yes.
We can.
Not with her though.
Right.
Well, no, you can discuss with her a little bit. So I just don't want it to go on forever.
Richard, thoughts?
I can kind of see it, but I would put it. I'd have him more as like a neutral good than a chaotic good, because he's had his own plans. I mean, what's
has
your
his own
thinking?
Code, right?
Yeah,
You would
which is the
say?
chaotic part of it.
That's
So
it.
I mean,
See, I would.
he always fought. He always fought for what he thought was right, and it is kind of the alignment of good, of chaotic good. So
He embodied evil to do it.
yeah,
Basically, you can decide: does he have a code in law, or does he thinks that those laws should be broken to get those results?
I feel like I could agree with chaotic good because even though I think he does have a code and he's at times seemed to be like lawful good, I think that I feel like there's been moments where he's had to make decisions that were not necessarily like in line with his code.
he's had to make those hard calls of doing what he thinks is right, not necessarily what others would perceive as right.
Mhm.
That's it. That's how I
So
kind
does
of view it.
that- Yeah, so that
yeah.
might.
That's chaotic. I guess that would be the whole
That's how
chaotic
I
good thing.
look at him, yeah.
Yep,
Okay,
I'd be
so
happy with
your
chaotic
answers
good.
are yes.
I think we're gonna agree with it. Yeah.
Super farmer appears in a boat.
Yes.
He looks around.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Dan,
Thanks, Richard.
Wexel.
Tried to be as honest.
Wexel.
Wexel.
Nice.
Oh man.
Same sort of thing.
Damn.
He
Okay,
always
so he's-
did
I feel
what
like
he
that's
thought was
So
right.
he's saying Wexel is chaotic good.
He's saying Wexel is chaotic good.
Remember how
Well,
crazy
he's
he
definitely
was?
chaotic.
Yes.
And he did it to help. Like he always helped people.
Good guy. Good work.
He always
Good
did
guy.
what he thought was right, whether or not others perceived it. Like, even when he was helping the people who were wrong, he did it because he thought it was the right thing to do. When you're looking back throughout the history of Wexel, that's kind of what he did. He always, even though you may not have agreed with him, he did what he perceived was good. So from his perspective, he would probably view himself as chaotic good, or at least good.
Yeah.
And the fact that he is purely chaos, so that kind of does fit in.
Yeah, I can't really argue it. I think, at least I don't
Yeah.
see, like, I
Yeah.
can't remember a good reason to argue that. So
No,
I'm okay
there's
with it.
Him in the
yeah,
boat.
I'm okay with it.
Banana boat. Sorry.
Put the whistle
Okay.
on the boat and you're drinking
Going to the third, Charles.
Onyx.
Onyx. Ooh.
Onyx is
sick.
neutral.
So
Is
he's
it
saying-
neutral?
He's saying Onyx is neutral.
I agree with that. In fact, that's
Yep.
what I put down on the sheet.
Wow.
Richard?
When we took
Oh,
the test.
I can't argue with it. So yeah,
Onyx.
Epic good.
Ah, how about that? Who knows?
Okay, that is it. Now, we've all declared our alignments. I have it written here in case everybody forgets. And now I want to know, and this is you, in a sense, this is you connecting, right? So I'm going to give you this information when I ask you these questions. Your characters just know. It's not like it's said to you psychically directly. You just kind of just know this information. So I want you to all share now. We'll start with the bigger boat. Which player doesn't belong to be the creator of the next stage?
In the boat?
Yeah, and if you can look in their eyes, please try to.
I don't understand.
There's a question I asked you. I asked you at one point.
Right, on the test.
Yeah, what player should not be chosen?
That's right.
Oh, should not be chosen.
If you have a player down, it's
In
possible.
your-
It's possible you may not. If you have a player down, this is the time. If you don't have a player, you can say you don't have a player.
Now is the time.
Now is the time. If you have warriors, now is the time. Dan, you may go first. If you could look them in the eyes, please do. If it's a character or a person, you can just say that person and just call them by their character.
We weren't supposed to choose a character, though.
Whatever you chose,
Right.
just in case.
You did say choose the player.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the test,
I
anyway.
don't know where I read it.
It was cross out
Oh,
a
it's
player.
so
If
funny,
you
I
don't have
lost it.
anybody crossed
I
out,
lost
then
it. I
you
can't
didn't
believe
have-
it.
you know, then you felt like there
Yeah, I
was
don't
nobody.
have anyone crossed out.
Great. Glad you ruined it so unceremoniously. No, I crossed it out. I didn't do it, buddy.
Well, sorry.
Crossed out a cat NPC.
I'm just kidding.
Just one.
That's what he said.
I'm just
cross
kidding.
it out. Cross
Dan,
out
go
the
ahead.
name.
I'm sorry. I choose Charles.
So Charles, you get the sense of this information flowing into you that he does not think that you're worthy.
Ouch.
Oh my god.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
It's what you said.
Yes. I think
Not
it
what
is
I
what you
said.
said.
Brooke,
I think so.
I
you have nobody.
have nobody.
Okay. Charles. Imagine Charles.
Dan's
Nobody's
like, I
an
didn't know
option?
that was an option.
Yeah, you could have not crossed out anybody.
It was free. It was
The question was open to do or not do. I mean, it was
Oh, I'm
it was.
dying.
Do you think any player should
No, it
not
was not.
be? You don't think so? All right, I don't know.
We're gonna move forward here.
Okay.
It was not a yes or
Go
no.
back
Everything
to
was
the-
everything was
Go back
open.
to the videotape. Go back to the videotape. To the test.
Welcome back to Cringe TV.
Great.
Charles, what do you have?
Well, the one I picked to be the leader is not on this boat.
Wait, no.
That's not what he's asking.
That's not what I asked
I
you.
know that's
Did
not what
you
you're asking,
cross
but
off any players that are
Answer
in
the
the
No.
question. Do you
no, I
have-
did not cross off the player.
No.
Okay, so you crossed off what? You have a character? What do
No.
you have?
I have a character that would be the leader, but no.
No, he's got a leader chosen, not
Not someone
somebody
that-
Right.
Raise your hand. Anyone else who has a player as their option?
like crossed off.
Crossed off as a person that's not. Oh, well. We're going over to Damien. Damien.
Let's go to my test. I have crossed off Brooke.
Oh!
I also have crossed off Dan.
Oh,
Was
man.
it more than one person?
Yeah, as
Oh,
many as you
okay.
want. It was no,
Okay.
there was no limit on that.
Everyone is
Okay.
shocked by the limitless answers.
Wow.
I
Oh,
crossed off
is this-
both of you guys.
Wait, is this the one that
Wow.
won't? The question that who wouldn't live in your world?
Who?
No,
Yeah,
who-
yeah, basically.
Oh, well, in that case, it was Dan.
Oh no.
Thank you,
Oh, oh,
Charles.
You feel better now?
Yes, I was expecting that, so thank you.
That's why I did it, because I expected
Wow.
it.
So I
I-
don't deserve to live in your world?
No, that's not what I said.
That's what you just said.
No, it
That's-
wasn't deserve. It was who do you think would not want to live in your created universe? And since the three of us could not agree for many episodes this season,
The,
I
the-
figured that neither of you
five
would
of
want to
us-
go to my universe. So that's it.
That's the
why
way
I
I
crossed
took it
you guys
too.
off.
Like, the way you.
That's why
Wait,
I'm not in the boat with
Hold
you
on,
guys
hold on,
right
hold
now.
on. Your feelings are exactly where we want you to be. Thank you.
great.
Please, we don't want. We don't need.
But
No.
the-
After
I mean,
the
that's
after show.
okay.
Save it for the after show.
Enjoy
No,
it.
I still.
I just wanted a simple answer. I got it. That's it.
No, but that's not accurate because the way you
I just-
stated the question, I answered a different question.
I'm
On
sorry.
the test
we
or
received
now?
your answer, and we thank you.
Are you talking about the test or today, Dan? Both?
I feel like a different question was asked today than was asked the last time.
It was because
Yeah.
it's been reworded slightly, but
Yes.
but what you wrote down was still the valid answer.
Right.
So how it was
Who-
asked initially, you might have put it in a different mindset, but that is the question. The answer that you gave was actually for this question. So you're right.
I think it makes sense.
Yep, it does.
That's why I'm not in the boat with you guys.
No, but today you asked for one.
He said one specific.
No, he said who.
I said, is there a
Who?
player?
Yeah.
Player.
I don't know.
If you have a player that should not be the leader of the next Soul Age, who should that be?
These
Well, it
ones
should
are
not be
crossed
the
out.
next Soul Age.
Right.
Who shouldn't be the leader?
You said that.
Right.
You said if I
And
wouldn't
that's
be
right,
in
I
your universe.
Same thing.
That's not.
Same thing.
That's not the same
Ultimate-
thing
it
to
is-
me.
on this test, it's been the same thing.
Hold on.
basically.
I'm either the leader or I'm nothing.
No.
No,
That's
That's
not
what-
what I'm saying
It's
at all.
would you
No,
live
I
in
don't-
your world? Like
I-
what he's saying is
Okay,
you
wait,
two
wait.
wouldn't live in his
So here's
world.
what's going to
Yes,
happen.
now.
All this conversation stops, and it does not continue.
Right.
And you're exactly where you should be. Enjoy. Okay? And but you're talking.
See you next week.
You're see you next week. This whole thing was to get my friends to hate each other. I'm looking like the best guy ever. That's right. Let's
Mission
go.
successful.
See you at the next party, guys.
Ah,
Oh my god.
Okay, soak it in. Soak it in. We're not done here yet. We're not done.
It's not comfortable though. It's not nice.
Everyone, please list the 3 qualities that you think a leader should have. The leader of the next Soul Age.
Don't start with me.
What are the 3 qualities they should have? Dan.
Compassion, wisdom,
Say it.
and the last one I have motherly/fatherly, parentally,
Parentally.
parental.
PG.
Parental.
No, I mean I wrote down motherly, fatherly/fatherly, which is exactly what you said.
I love it.
Brooke.
I love it. Love, compassion, and honesty.
Damien.
Selfless, fair, and accountable. Mm-hmm.
Richard.
Imagination, consistency, and empathy.
Wow.
Love that.
Consistency, you said?
Yes.
Imagination.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Charles.
Sense of fairness, kindness, and honest.
Okay, so on the boat with
That's cool.
this is Dan, this is Brooke, and this is Charles. On the boat with Dan, Brooke, and Charles, do you guys have any that line up with all 3 of you? Fair kind of honesty. Honesty comes up twice. Okay. So
Matronly.
you again, all these things kind of come into fruition. You kind of get a sense of everyone's beliefs. It's almost like it's just being like downloaded to you. And with that comes this next truth, which I will enjoy the outcome of.
I can see it. It's like,
Damien doesn't like you.
Damien hates your guts.
Ah,
Deal with it, bro.
Can we
You're
bottle
not
those
allowed
tears real
anywhere.
quick?
He's already on a
It's
he's
fine.
already removed himself from your existence. Isn't that wonderful? Do you think that was gonna happen?
No,
Yeah, me neither. You think you know a guy.
you really do, man.
Now, you're on a boat with no paddles, and where you have to go is that city. You have 2 choices. You could seep into the water, into the soul consciousness, and stop this silly, stupid thing you're doing, trying to get to the center and control everything. Do you have to control everything in your lives? Or try to get to that city, and you can make a difference. Because if you're not going to do it, who's going to do it?
Oh.
Now, there are no paddles. How do you get there? How do you get there? Well, it's in 3 stages, my friend. 3 stages. It requires 3 different things. You all have to agree. And you're going to give you. This should be fun. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to decide.
Oh man.
You all have 3 different things, except for one little case, about what those qualities should be. If you can't agree, something's going to happen.
What, just the 3 of us?
Just the 3 of you. You must agree on 3 qualities. For Damien, for you and Charles, you need to agree
You and
on.
Richard.
Richard?
Sorry,
Oh my god.
you and Richard. I can't help it.
So close.
It's okay.
You.
We'll get past. We'll just keep correcting you. It's fine.
I need to move Richard on this side. It would help me. a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
know.
Yeah,
The
Yes.
alignment's like
I don't have the visuals anymore. There we go. So you and Richard must agree on 3 as well. We're going to start with the.
Okay.
Start a smaller boat. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Richard.
Yep.
So what were your
Okay.
3 again?
My 3 are imagination, consistency, and empathy. The reason for the consistency is I want the world to have it where things are consistent, like magic follows particular rules, that type of thing. I want the things to be consistency in the world, in the universe.
Okay.
Okay. Imagination, I want people to be able to come up with whatever they wanted to, whatever form that comes into. And if something doesn't quite fit, having whoever created it had the imagination to be able to alter something to make it right in their view. And then the empathy thing was just going that they had to do it for the right reasons, not for their own gain, but more for I'm wanting to create this because I want people to be able to live out their lives. I want them to have the free choice. I want them to do that, but to have that underlying thing of that was their thinking.
I'm going to give you guys an incentive. You use 1 minute. If you could settle this in 1 more minute with all 3, I'll give you both 3 fate points.
Wow.
Holy sh.
1 minute.
That's
go.
easy. Okay.
Um,
What do you reckon?
So
I'm watching the clock. I'm not even gonna tell you.
It's tricky because I feel like. So I picked selfless, fair, and accountable because I feel like for the leader, for the person doing the creating, the leader,
Yes.
I feel like those qualities would make it balance and actually give it consistency and the things that you're saying.
Yep.
Like I kind of see it similar to you, but I don't feel like the words you chose necessarily would get that job done the same way that the words I chose.
Okay. So what do you have?
So, I'm just trying to be honest. We're trying to work on
No,
time
no,
here.
that's
We
fine.
probably have
So-
about 10 seconds left here, but
What do you have?
16 seconds.
selfless,
Oh, I should
fair,
say.
and accountable. Selfless, because if this is supposed to be,
Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm happy with selfless. I'm happy with accountable. How about consistency? How about selfless?
selfless, consistent, and
consistency.
accountable.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm happy with it. You happy with
Alright.
that?
Let's do it.
Imagination's right out the window.
Okay,
do
you,
it.
you made it in time. You said selfless, consistently, and accountable.
That's right.
Okay, so you made up a new one. You both didn't have any in there. Fair, kind, and
Wait,
honest.
no,
they
he
both,
had-
they both
no,
had
we
one of each.
combined.
Yeah. They
No, I
did.
know, but you didn't have account. Oh, did you?
I did.
Yeah,
that
he
was
has
my third one.
accountable.
Selfless, fair, accountable. Here it is on my.
Oh, I see it. No, I see it.
Thing.
I see it. Okay, you got it within, and you guys can take your
and we
fate points.
combined. Yeah, I'll
Wow.
take them.
Yeah, you will.
This boat will not be so lucky.
Now, you guys have your fate points. If you want to pay your fate points, it's 3 for somebody very powerful, 2 for a medium, 1 for a nobody.
Okay.
I won't say who it is for the sake of the NPCs.
Okay.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, don't hurt
I
no
want to make
feelings.
anybody feel bad.
Yeah, don't hurt no feelings.
Now, I have a question about that. He
End is a
crossed
one.
off.
I didn't say that.
Or-
I'm just guessing.
You have 1 minute to decide if
What-
you want to use your points for that, or you could save them.
I
I have one question before we
say
start that. When
Suits your time.
we merged, Scrow had all these ones ticked off, saying that there. I didn't have that many ticked off. I only had a couple.
He's talking about the list.
Yeah, because I never got a chance to start before. So when we went away, you said the ones that came back, the whole heap would have come back for us as well because I didn't have virtually any crossed off.
Yes, you're right. Good point. Okay,
So-
so in fairness for that, pick your person. He can pick his, and the other group's going to decide the alignment. Let's do that now.
Okay, to get people with us.
Unless you want to think about it, I'll go to them. You guys can think about it.
I can put it. I'll put my one up because I don't know who I would like.
Who
I
do you
want
got?
two mage. Two mage is
That's a
chaotic
good
good.
pick. That's a good
2
pick.
mage, and your
Two
alignment
mage,
is neutral.
Chaotic good.
No, chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
Okay, so Brooke Dan, and Charles.
Yes.
I think it's neutral.
3 qualities.
No.
No.
With
No.
two mages alignment.
They're bringing in NPCs.
Chaotic.
I feel like it's chaotic neutral.
I feel like he's neutral good. You think 2 mages chaotic?
I have 2 mages just being neutral.
Yeah. Well,
Me
maybe
too,
just
actually.
Uh,
know,
Charles,
help with
Charles,
my
do you
case.
think?
maybe neutral.
Do you think? Like true neutral?
Yeah, Adam is true neutral.
I think neutral good.
Well, he thinks he's. Well, he thinks. Well, wait a second.
I mean, he
I
Start-
think Two Mage is very much like Wexel, where he did his own thing. He would do whatever he thought was right, but he always had a good thing. Where
Yeah.
he may not necessarily follow the rules, he may not necessarily do what you expect him to do, but I always put him down as being that he did it for his reasons, being chaotic, and he always had the good undertone. That's why I put him down as chaotic good.
Well, I had him where he does follow rules sometimes, but he also can go the other way and go chaotic. So that's why
Exactly.
the neutral. That's why the neutral part.
What do you think he is, Charles?
I still think he's neutral, but I'll go with the majority if both of them think.
No.
I mean,
No,
I mean,
no,
That's
I
not
think
how
he's
this works. That's not
I think
how
he's
this works.
neutral. I chose neutral.
I can see chaotic good.
If I
He
see,
did do everything to aid for the good. For the side of
yeah.
good.
I mean, I don't.
I just picture him like
I mean, like when we're talking about like good or evil on that scale, I thought he leans more toward good than neutral. But on the lawful chaotic scale, I don't know. I think I agree with Charles.
lawful.
No, neutral.
No,
Oh yeah.
probably
Oh.
neutral good.
Yeah, like either. Yeah. I don't know.
Brooke.
I think it's somewhere in the area of true neutral or neutral good.
Brooke.
I feel like he was. What did I say chaotic neutral? But he was good. So I feel like it could. I feel like he did everything for good. It's just when I picture two mage, I also picture Altari now, and I feel like Altari is neutral too.
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral is a
See-
very different alignment. Also.
Right, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Altari,
Okay,
100%.
so we
I'd
can
say
stop
neutral.
here with this because that you're immediately out one of you. So he's clearly not
course.
chaotic good by anyone's
Also,
standards.
also, to be fair, I don't have good and evil on. Well, I do have good and evil on him.
Okay,
okay.
Oh,
Damien,
wait, hold on.
who's your choice?
I'm gonna pick.
King Bellman.
Adam's good.
Ha! No. What?
And obviously you're looking for somebody who's neutral like yourself.
Right. Um.
I'm not allowed to suggest, am I?
No.
What?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. I don't know. Two mage. Did I pick him that? We just decided. Didn't we just decide he's neutral?
He just exploited the system.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Good work.
Thank you, Richard. Fine.
I'm not
We
really
want
sure
two
if
mages.
mage
That was a
is
serious
neutral,
Yeah.
Now you're gonna.
two mage whose mage appears.
No.
Ooh, second time's a charm.
Well
So they put
played.
such a good argument up. It's actually not a good way to. I was actually my other one I was going to suggest for your scroll was the loot.
You know, I almost picked the loot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
that would have
really
been
close.
that would have been a great
I
one.
almost picked the
man.
loot.
It's so eloquent
I
for
was
the
so
ending. Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
That was like my next.
So
choice.
I'd be
Yeah.
willing to pay, but because I can't do it for me because it has to be neutral, because that's what I think he would be. Is that I'd be almost willing to pay the 3 points just to get the loot.
Well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, so I'm gonna take away that option because you got them the normal way. So I was gonna give you the
Yep.
extra pay option, but we don't have to do that.
That's
Okay, so you have two mage. You guys got super farmer. You got Wexel, and who's your third?
Onyx.
Onyx?
Super farmer, Wexel, Onyx.
So I have my dragon.
Okay, the boats move once you guys come into accordance.
We still don't see each other's boats though, right?
No, it does not exist. You travel, which seems like time is passing for a long time. It also seems like it's happening in a short time. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's you could recognize that it's a long way, but it's also just not taking a lot of time. Eventually, you arrive to what you would call some sort of harbor and like kind of like a boathouse, and you kind of come to that pier,
Marina?
and you get off on the pier. You walk forward, and you see there's what you would describe as like a large troll, and the troll kind of sits there. And we'll do you first, you and Richard. Welcome to Celestial City.
Why, thank you.
You wish to enter.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Do you not wish to become one with the consciousness?
Not right now.
Do you understand what you enter here?
Do I understand what I enter here?
Yes.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. He pulls a lever. The floor underneath you falls, and both you. The three of you guys walk up. Welcome to Celestial City.
Wait a second. It fell in the water?
I'm sorry, I can't describe another reality to you. Welcome to the Celestial City. Do you wish to enter?
Yes.
Do you understand that you could become one with consciousness? You do not need to come here.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you understand what awaits you?
Yes.
You fall down, and instantly, all of a
This
sudden,
one is
you
just
feel like
pulling
you
levers.
fall, but it's almost like you didn't fall. You kind of just jumped in place, just like you kind of did that. And you're standing in a dark place.
Tony, do they have to do the agreement part?
What part?
The three things that they for their reality. They had one, but the other group have to do that agreement
Oh yeah.
of the
they
three
never-
yeah,
things.
we
Oh
did
yeah, I
that.
completely skipped over it.
Oh my god.
Thank you. I got so wrapped up in the first one.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Richard.
Okay, so we're gonna take a step back. When I
Yeah.
edit this episode, we'll put it in order. I have so many notes in 3 different pages that I've just wrapped up.
We're on the pier. We didn't fold.
Yes, thank you, Richard. Okay, so
So
that
we've moved on.
Really.
we leave you guys
Right.
where you were.
That's fine.
Dropped into
Who knows?
We don't know.
You guys are
You're
still on the
okay.
boat.
Phenomena.
the three of you. the three of you are on the boat. You must now decide. You have 10 minutes in total. If you solve it within the first 2 minutes, I'll give you all 3 fate points. You must agree on 3 different things. Remember, this isn't just about agreeing. It matters for the end. A, B, and C, A, B, and C, A. Okay, let's do it. Make sure you care about it.
Okay.
Go ahead. You may
Okay.
roleplay.
Hey, you didn't
Compassion.
tell us that. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you have?
I have compassion, love, honesty.
Charles, what do you have?
I have sense of fairness, kindness, and honest.
Oh no.
I feel like
So-
love is important. Shut
I
up,
feel like love's
Tony.
important, guys. I'm just saying it now.
It's true.
I'm saying it's not true. I'm just saying you're trying to sell love right now.
What is yours, Daniel?
I have compassion, wisdom, and motherly, fatherly, parentally.
So, what about
Oh,
this?
you got to get rid of that one.
What about
That's the one it's gonna go. I also
What about-
want to choose motherly, fatherly.
Charles.
what about love, honesty, and wisdom?
Do it.
Love, honesty. Yeah, I like honest. What were yours again, Brooke? Love, honesty, and
Compassion.
love, honesty, and compassion.
I feel like within love is compassion present? Would
That's
that
yeah.
be-
That's a
That's a
repeat,
given,
I
right?
think, yeah.
Okay.
So was kindness.
Yes. There you go.
So, Charles, you're saying love, honesty, wisdom?
Yes.
Yeah. Love it.
I like that.
Let's do it.
Love, honesty, wisdom.
Dope.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Charles,
Punch it in.
lock it in.
Lock it in.
Well, shit. That wasn't very fun for me.
Wow.
We're on the
So
same
you've-
boat.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at me. We're all getting along right now. This is just easy. Battle of Wills, more
Other
like
people that
friends.
don't want us.
More like friends
with
of
us.
Wills. Wills of friends. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
See,
Fine,
thing
from
guys.
what both.
Fine, guys.
Right.
Take 3 fate points and shove it.
It's the
Trying to
right
style
vote,
wait.
you see.
Nicely done, guys.
Oh, you're all buddies. Okay, so you guys make your way, your motherly, fatherly journeys down the water, and you make your way into the marina that is there, and you come out the troll marina of consciousness and the troll of soulness.
Troll of soul.
The only one who's getting trolled is me.
Oh god.
And then you talk to him and you go down below.
Okay.
Okay. So glad you're all getting along.
now
We're on
this
the
is
same
dark.
frequency.
This
Well,
dark
it's-
place, is it pitch black dark? We can't see anything?
At first, it is pitch black, and I will describe it to you.
If we have light vision, does that work?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, my characters are dark.
I have low light vision. Help me.
I'm a wizard of light, which means I always can see in the dark.
I'm glowing.
I'm my own light source.
am my own light source.
I provide my own light source. You will find that if you go back to episode 16, where I received the light of Evermore, that I can see everything at all times, even when I'm in this great grand celestial city.
So I see that, right?
Here we go.
I see that.
Yes. Here we
So
go.
then I see that.
You fall straight down into darkness. You land on your feet with no pain, as if the distance wasn't that great. But everything has changed. You stand in a dark dungeon. It's cold. You can hear water dripping in the distance. Finally, you hear footsteps. A man approaches. He seems to shift in his appearance. At the end of that shift, he appears to be human, in his 60s about. You wish to enter, he says to you. You look around, and you realize, just as he says that, you are alone. You were in groups, but right now, you are alone. What is your answer?
Yes.
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 Charles?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes.
If so, you will bear your soul before entering. He kind of walks backwards into the darkness.
My soul's prepared. How's yours?
How's yours? Sick.
Here's what's going to happen now. Take this.
Whoa.
Do not open it.
Okay.
Give that to Brooke.
Pass that
Brooke, do
along.
not open it.
Okay.
And Dan, you will
Thank
take
you.
this. And you will not open it. Underneath where it says your name. And for you guys and virtual land, you can, yes, thank you. You can put it into text. Right now, as you bare your soul, state the name by writing it down of anyone you have wronged that will wish to stop your entry into the celestial city. Think carefully. If you are incorrect, you could be denied entry. The correct answer for each one of you is written on your papers. And the correct answer for everyone in the virtual land will be copied, pasted, and sent. I will say it again. State the name of anyone you have wronged that will wish to stop your entry into the celestial city. Think carefully. And you should think about what I'm asking you to, because you could easily be upset with me and not fully understand what I'm asking, and you'll be like, oh, but. So I'm just going to keep reading it to you. State the name of anyone you have wronged that will wish to stop your entry into the celestial city.
Single person?
I didn't say that. I said state the name of anyone you have wronged that will wish to stop your entry into the celestial city. Think carefully. If you're incorrect, you could be denied entry. So, and I'm going to give you just one example just to kind of hone you in. You may have killed a goblin, right? And maybe you were, the thing that killed him. But he may not be waiting for you, or may not be in the consciousness and saying, no, I don't want to deny them, and be there to, stop you. Okay?
He may not, you're saying? Or he
Do you
may?
think he would be?
Oh.
Like a random goblin.
Right. So with that example, that's my safety insurance to kind of give you a little bit of guidance. State the name of anyone you have wronged that will wish to stop your entry into Celestial City. Think carefully. If you're incorrect, you will be denied entry. You could be denied. Think about consciousness. Is there somebody? Is there nobody? Is there someone in particular? Don't play guessing games.
Is there a lot of somebodies?
Yeah, like the main, a main someone.
There's a reward also. I'll give you 2 fate points for getting it accurate.
Oh, damn.
And just
He's
right on
on-
the front.
There's only one that I can think of that would kind of fit that.
Someone has to care enough to be there. You could have somebody that hates you, but they don't care enough.
Mm.
An answer is better than no answer.
This is tricky.
Because you got to go back an awful long way, go through all your characters and everything.
For some of us, it's a short list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can only think of one that would potentially do it, but I don't know if they would.
At this point, I'm going to ask you guys, no more talking.
I think
Yeah.
I'm good. Can we look at this? No.
No. And I'll tell you one more thing. This is present day. Right? Remember, right now, you're going to Celestial City. Everyone is, they could be in the Celestial City, or they could have returned to the soul consciousness. Present day, at this moment. Now knowing what they know. Is there anyone there that would do that? I'm going to give you 1 more minute.
I feel like that makes it harder.
If you have no one, did that make it
I
worse?
think that makes it harder. Yeah, now I'm conflicted. Not that I think I did a good job anyway, but
If our names don't match, could we plead our case or say why we picked the person that we chose?
No comment. But it's important to be accurate.
Out of game, can we say though?
maybe in the after show.
All right, fine.
The after show.
We'll have to see, We don't...
The necromancer would be good. A good pick.
Patriotic pig.
30 seconds. And then we're done with this. If you have nothing written down, you have nothing written down. I might give extra credit if someone gives a very special answer. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. The time has come. Let's start from the left, going around the table.
Again? Start with me?
I'm sorry. Let's start on the right and go around the table.
Very good.
Sure.
Very good.
You want to see it first?
So you want to hear my names that I wrote down, or what are we doing? How are we doing this?
Yes,
Names?
probably the most dramatic way to read it. I think you should say what it is. Go ahead, say what it is. I'm very excited for you. I think
What,
you
who
might
he
get
chose?
it.
Okay.
No, first I want you to read what you wrote.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm writing what I yeah, I'm
Ju-
gonna read what I wrote.
No, don't write it again.
No, I'm gonna read it.
Don't open yet. Just read it.
Don't
Okay.
write- don't write
I
what you
wrote
read.
down 2 names.
You're scaring me. You look like you're gonna rip it apart. Just read that number. Read that name.
I
Two
wrote down
names?
2 names.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Well,
Two of them at once.
You ready? I'm gonna save the second one, the first one. The first one is Bellamon.
okay.
The second one is Bludgy.
Bludgy. Belmont and Bludgy. So you think. So here's your confirmation.
Yeah.
You think that Bellaman and Bludgy are aware they're going to Celestial City and they're going to be there to stop you?
Possibly.
Possibly, yes or no?
Yes. Yes. I think that. Yes.
Brooke.
Bordeaux.
Bardo. Dan.
The Raven.
The Raven.
Mm.
Richard.
Relic.
Relic.
Oh
Mm.
my god.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Charles.
Triad and Dragano.
Tri and Dragano. Okay.
Triad.
I would like the people at the table to first open up their pages at once and then reveal the answers that you have
I'll
on
go one by
your
one?
page. We'll go by one.
Do we
yeah.
each have separate names on ours, or do we all have the same names?
No, you're Dan, Brooke, Damien.
Our names are on it. Isn't your name on it?
I see. I don't know if we all had the same names in there, though.
Are we
On
going
the
one by one?
inside?
Are we going one by
Yep.
one?
We do.
Everybody read it at once. 1, 2,
No.
3.
Good. Open
I'll
up.
read it once? Okay.
Good. How about we'll read at the same time? Ready? 3. Did you open it? 2. 1.
No.
Read it.
Oh,
No one.
dang.
No one.
And for Charles and Richard, the answer is no one. No one is there because that's not how it works. But guess what? Everyone you named is the person you're going to have to fight right now because you summoned them, manifested them into that room. Into that dungeon, you see walk in is Bardo, is Bludgy. And you see it's not the Bludgy with the rainbow happiness, doing a good deed. It's the Bludgy you imagined. Now,
So that's early, easy, Bludgy.
you can sacrifice fate points, or you can fight them. And it won't be the early version. It won't be the weakest version. It's gonna be the version compatible.
One fate point?
You can kill.
One person fate point?
I'll let you
Oh.
kill one person for one, 3 for both of them. If you have 2.
Oh yeah, there's definitely 3. I can't
Otherwise, you'll
find
have to
all
fight
that.
them. Here's a fun fact. You will not be healing starting now. There's no rest. This is your soul. If you fight them, if your hit points drop, you could heal yourself through ability if you have so, but otherwise, you will not be healing. It has to be done through ability or through skill.
Okay.
Okay, so now you know all the stakes. We will now go around. We'll start from the virtual world. Charles, what are you going to do?
Oh, I'm spending 3 points. I can't beat the Triad and Dragano by myself.
Okay, 3 fate points are gone. Richard,
I'll pay 1 fate point.
is there another person, or is that it?
Nope, I only had relic.
Okay. Dan,
I'll pay a fate point.
who'd you have again?
The Raven.
The Raven. Gone.
Pay.
Disappears. And you see, and in place, you see a door open up. Brooke,
I have to pay the fate point.
Bardo,
Whew. Oh, I just
Damien.
got chills.
Go for it.
I'm going to
do what you think is wise. Who'd you pick? Bludgy and who?
Bellamon.
Bellaman.
Modern day Bludgy and Bellamon.
Whatever.
Just is at present state, yeah.
Okay.
Bludge is a guardian of the forest.
Yeah, and he has
He's no
blades for
pushover.
hands.
He just won't be like the friend, Yeah, he's a guardian. It's true.
Bellamon, you can take easy.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Bellamon's an explosive expert, and he is very tricksy.
Yeah,
Yep.
but he can't throw that far.
The
We
real
don't
danger is
know.
the loss of hit points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and ability points.
Well, I'm either gonna spend them now or I'm gonna
Right,
spend
sure.
them later.
No.
That's a good point. You're going to lose
So,
power points and you lose ability
I'm
points.
gonna spend them
wait,
now or I'm gonna
wait.
spend them later.
But you
What?
did not say that hit points are the most important thing in the game right now.
No, of course not.
It's true.
That's true.
Right. All right. I'm gonna.
Is it your soul?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we're playing with now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I'll spend the points.
They are spent.
Yep.
Disappear.
Easy come, easy go.
Yep.
Okay. A door appears. Everybody walks through the door.
Yep.
You open
Yep.
the door and you see it's a cave-like hallway, and the hallway shimmers. It's very reflective. And far on the other side, you see eventually it goes to an outside. It must go towards the city, you imagine. Now, Charles and Richard, again, you're alone. You guys are not star seekers for this one part, so you guys kind of just walk through, and I'll tell you what happens after. In this cave, every sound you make is echoed, and when you walk, not only do you see yourself walking through it, but you also see quick flashes of memories. Each of you, the star seekers, will have a moment to remember. A memory that I will bring up. A small, perhaps as insignificant memory. No one can speak during this. There's no help. If anyone does, even by accident, you will lose. It'll be a cost of a fate point or 10 hit points. I'm going to give you a memory. You must tell me true or false. And what that means is that everything in the memory is true. If I give you a memory and there's one thing that's wrong, you say false. Okay?
Got it.
If you are right, you gain a fate point.
Cool.
If you are wrong, you lose a fate point.
Ugh.
If you have no fate points, you lose 10 hit points.
Okay.
Brooke, we will start with you. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Your first memory as you're walking along and looking into the walls. You recall the memory of seeing both your mother and father after the final battle with Dragano. This is at the end of Iron Kingdom, for your outside reference. Don't ask me any questions. Just tell me true or false.
False.
Incorrect. You lose one fate point. Next, you remember being stabbed and killed by King Thawen. You remember being hugged by your mother and your father in the end?
No, they were just my father and my sisters.
It was like the first time your mother and father were together.
No, I don't remember.
I know. That's why
I
it's
was-
a memory test. You remember being stabbed and killed by King Thawen in the lift on the Arcane City as a different character. True or false?
False.
Correct. I thought I was going to get you with that one. Finally, you see yourself getting the fire bow in the Tower of the Chronomancer.
False.
Correct. Good job.
I know when I got that bow. Is that it?
So you net positive 1 fate point.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dan, I'm going to save Captain Memory for the end.
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be a good time.
In your youth, you raced other half giants to the Obsidian Tower and touched the tower yourself.
False.
Do you remember if you touched it? Do you remember? True or false?
False.
Good. You you remember the raven confronting you in your trials to become a guardian. You remember the raven confronting you during the trials. You're becoming a guardian.
True.
False. Bludgy. You remember seeing a clone of yourself in the sarcophagi below Arctum's tower during one of your visits as one of your characters.
False.
Correct. So you positive 1. Fate point. Congratulations. Captain Memory.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Your
So
last
ready.
name is Scrub.
True.
Your head was recently examined. Here we go.
Could it be?
False.
Yeah.
You got the special.
Special skin.
Okay, here we go. You visited home once with Carl Linger, who went with you as one of your characters.
True.
False. It was Jacques.
Mm.
This one is, you have to fill in the blank here. What is the name of the weapon that hurt you on critical misses?
Oh, the backbiter.
Charles, can you approve?
Yes.
Yes, that was for Charles.
Nice.
I got you, Charles. See, I didn't forget. See,
And
It's a
now,
great weapon. I know you came up with it.
and now, you see a memory of you passing a ship in the Western Ocean, where you briefly see Abyssia's mother and father. True or false?
I'm gonna say.
You can't even help it.
This is great. I love this. I love this because it's perfectly worded. I'm gonna say false.
You see a memory of you passing a ship in the Western Ocean, where you briefly see Abyssia's mother and father. False?
Yeah, false.
Correct.
Yeah, her mom wasn't there.
Yes, yes, good job.
That's right. I
Dun,
knew
dun,
it.
dun, dun, dun,
I
dun. He's
That's
gonna go
it.
home. Mom,
I'm
Dad,
leaving.
her mother wasn't there. Her mother wasn't there. I remembered a thing.
I remember the thing. I win.
And
Honestly,
that's why
Honestly,
you
whatever-
remembered it.
I
That's
remember the
why
thing.
he didn't remember Blackwaters, because the mother wasn't there.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
If your mom was
That's
there, I
right.
might
My
have
mom
Or-
would say,
or
like,
may-
"Oh, wait,
Or
you
maybe the
guys-"
fact that Tony just said a few minutes ago that was the first time that they've been in together.
I did.
Mm.
But he
Oh,
didn't
the parents,
remember
the
that.
parents. I was actually not trying to pay attention too much to the other ones. I was.
Good job.
I was
In
like,
fact, I
I didn't want to
tried
get.
not
I
to
didn't want to get my
perfectly.
mind clouded by other false
like
facts.
a steel trap.
I didn't want to listen to the other false facts and get confused.
Tony, I can shut this down at
I
any
was shutting
time.
it down.
And do.
I did. I shut it down.
And do.
Hey, it worked.
Don't mind
I
if,
want to hear
don't mind if I do shut
At
it down.
request or not.
it.
Last 20 minutes, a shutdown. Close for business.
You want me to power up again?
So what I get? One.
I'll be
out of
shutting
the-
down now, sir.
What did I get? One of the three.
I think you got 1 of 3. I think you all got 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. No,
Okay.
but they got one positive, right? Didn't I miss 2?
No,
were
you missed-
positive too.
No, you were
One.
you were gonna be. This was up for grabs to go up or down.
Oh,
And
okay.
you went
You
up.
got one true,
All right, so I got
false.
one.
You got 1 point.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
That's right. I got the other one. Right, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, can't
All of you,
each other out.
once again in now your groups, you return once you exit this hallway, the hallway of the echoes. You stand in a barren landscape that is beautiful to behold. Beautiful purple rock rises and falls slightly throughout, almost like hills on a grassy meadow. The rock seems to slightly glow, and you immediately notice a bright light from your own steps. You look up to see, in the great distance, an enormous city. It is circular with great walls for 50 feet high. The city itself is like a pie sectioned into 3 slices, one section made of crystal, one section made of wood and stone, and one made of obsidian, each with buildings you would find in any city on Adaria. And amongst it, it's civilians pouring inside. In fact, to each section, there's a large gate where thousands slowly walk through. The city from a distance has one epically large tower that in material is also made of the 3 sections that I described. You can roleplay. Group 1, big group, go ahead.
Which do these want to go into, heroes?
Do we know where we have to go?
I would imagine make our way to the tower. And whose tower is that? Does it look familiar?
Not to me.
Does it look familiar to us?
This whole city?
The tower.
No. You've never seen it before in your life.
And the tower itself is just one tower made of each of the 3 elements you're saying. One
Not
tower.
elements. Oh, you mean 3 materials?
3
Yeah.
materials. One
Yeah.
tower made of crystal. The same tower though.
Crystal, wood and stone,
Okay.
and then the obsidian.
Okay.
Let's make our way to the tower.
To the tower.
Do.
By your leave.
All right. We head to the tower.
It's so weird hearing Hogar. Sorry, I just had to say that. God.
As you walk, you feel like somebody is walking with you, and you see other footsteps. And for a flash in either group, you see Kalana walking next to you. In another flash, you see it's Andar. And Andar, you've seen him before in the quest. He's like the typical version of like mythos, god with like the epically Zeus-like appearance. He has like no shirt on, has like a running shorts on.
They're like motherly fatherly.
He's very motherly fatherly.
Motherly fatherly. You nailed that.
Very
Is
good.
he shaving?
He's shaving.
He's middle
He's
shade.
shaving in the corner. And then all of a sudden it turns into Zalrun. And you see it kind of also switches between all 3. It kind of just get flashes of them. Finally, you get to the city limits. And even though they're flashing to different people around you walking, you see them like look at the city. And each of them looks to a different part of the city. Kalana to the crystal, Zalrun to the obsidian, and Andar to the wood and stone. They all turn to look at all of you. In this moment, only in this moment, they're all present. And then they disappear. In the 3 parts of the city, there are thousands of people online to get in at all of those 3 main gates. Separate groups, you can roleplay.
What do
Do we
the
see
people?
anybody we recognize?
Yeah.
Start again.
Do we see anybody we recognize?
Not at this point.
Does everyone wait to get into the tower? Is that how this works?
Which line do we wait on? I'm inclined to wait on Kalana's line. If that's how
Would be the most nurturing of the 2. That turn and walk to that line.
we walk.
What about you guys? Richard and Damien, what do you do?
Doris, what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe Go towards the wood and stone.
That's what I was thinking.
Ah,
It kind of feels right, doesn't it?
it does.
It seems. Yeah. I just think let's just go. I'm happy. You're happy.
We're on
Let's
the
just
same frequency
Yep.
here, obviously. Let's do it.
let's
Onward.
walk. Yep.
That was quick.
There really is only one choice for us. I mean, we know where we're welcome.
Okay, you guys are waiting online, and you can see everyone's online in front of you, and they're all. You don't see anyone of a species you don't really recognize. You do see a Rathia, you do see Beastborn, and all the typical species that you come to know. But you don't see anyone beyond that. Just to be clear about that. But everyone seems to be concerned. Some are excited to see what's inside. But all seem to have a sense of almost like time is running out, like they need to get in. You're on the end of this line. That's a few thousand deep. And it's going slow. In both groups, because this is a parallel existence in a sense, a man walks up. And again, this happens to both. Excuse me, I was in here before. And he stands in front of you on the line.
In front of us?
What does the man look like?
He's got a like a small beard. He's got the clothing of like a merchant.
Not familiar?
No.
Excuse me, sir. You say were you here before? You saying this was your spot in the line? Is that
Yes,
what,
I
is that
stepped
what you're
off.
saying?
I stepped off here, so I thought I was on that line, but then I came back to this line.
Oh, you switched lines.
No, I didn't. I was here, and someone told me I had to leave, but they were wrong, and I came back. Thank you. Turns back.
What?
So you
I'm
think
thinking
you
the
should
same.
be in front of us?
So I'm gonna hold you 1 second. What about you guys? You can say nothing.
What? What? You were here before?
Yes, I was told to switch the lines, and I was apparently on the wrong line, so I came
Who were
right
you
back.
told to switch the lines by?
So, that woman that was, she's, I don't know, somewhere in here. Thank you.
How did you know which line to come on?
Me?
Yes. What's your name?
Oh, you're supposed to be on one line, and if you're on the wrong line, then you're not gonna get through.
How do you know if you're on the right or wrong line?
They tell you in the front.
How
In the
long
front.
have you gotten to the front?
Your story's not adding up, sir.
I didn't wait on the line all the way. I just ran to the front and asked some people. They said I have to wait in the line, and I said, "Am I in the right line?" Then they asked me about who I am on the inside, and I explained, and they said I'm on the wrong one, and then I came back.
Who are you on the inside?
I don't know if I want to start talking about everything about who I am. That's my experience.
You seem to have some very valuable information that we don't have. You might be able to help us.
Okay,
How do you know that you're now on the right line?
it's all about your alignment. Who you are. You can only enter the most appropriate gate.
Uh,
It seems like everyone's in a rush here. Is there a time limit?
From what I understand, I'll hold you right there.
Star, I think we're pretty confident that we're on the right line, right? Oh, I don't hear you. You're muted.
I have no doubt whatsoever that we're in the right line.
All right, I agree. So we're gonna stay where we are, and I have no problem with this gentleman
Nope.
at the moment. Do you?
No, not the moment, but if someone else tries to push in, we might
Excuse
have
me.
words.
Oh yeah, no, I'm over here. Yes, this is my wife.
Your wife. How many other people will be joining you? You're not there.
This is happening in our world too. Isn't
Yes,
it?
but you do. No.
I'm sorry.
Well, I was here with a few others.
How many?
It's hard to remember everything because I just remember I was in the sea and then I.
Then
Yes,
maybe
we-
you need to go behind us and wait for them, and we'll just
I
keep
mean,
moving forward.
we're all
I
waiting.
think they're all
do
coming
you
out.
think
Oh,
do you think it's fair that?
there they are.
Excuse me,
Come,
sir.
my children. And 5 of his children come up and sit in the next one.
Do you think it's fair that you all go in front of us?
We are one family.
Obviously, I can see that. But I
Yes.
still asked you a question.
Well, I'm sorry.
Do you think it's fair that you're all going in front of us?
It's in alignment with who I am, I guess. Is it not?
Maybe. I don't know you very well.
That's true. Okay, good point. Turns around. So, how were you okay? Did you get through everything? No strangers, yes. Yes. No, it was fine, Papa. Very good. One day you're gonna be all right here. And we're gonna be safe in Celestial City. I hope so. Don't worry. This man's here, our friend, right? Are you a friend?
I think we just discussed how we don't really know each other. So, perhaps we could be, but
you would never hurt a small boy.
of course not.
So he is a friend. Thank you
You
for
have
being.
nothing to fear from me.
Thank you for being our friend.
Nothing to fear from us.
Thanks, friend. See? Good people here. We're on the right line. He brings his wife over in your line. Oh, here she is. Bruni. I just met some people here. Oh, hello.
It's very nice to meet you, Rooney.
No, what? Brunhilde.
Bruni.
He calls me Bruni. I hate it.
I think it's a lovely name.
It's my mother's name.
Well, it's very nice to meet you.
And you. Are we in the right line now? I think so. Where are the children? Oh, I thought they were with you. Oh, there they are. My family. Thanks again.
Beautiful family.
Thanks again.
Lovely family.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you remember where you came from?
The ocean. Right?
Nothing before that.
It's hard to remember. Just a city outside of. I can't remember.
It's okay.
Do you know where you're going inside?
This is a safe place.
How do you know that?
That's what it feels, right?
Hmm.
I think we're all on our way to a better place. Us, you, your family.
I'm quite scared about. He says it quietly. I'm quite scared about what's going to happen, and it feels like that you might forget who you are if we're not inside. We might lose ourselves completely.
I think we'll all get inside.
We'll get
We'll
inside.
all be okay.
It doesn't seem like that.
Why?
If you're at the end, there might be a point where they will not take anyone else in. Whatever is happening is going to start soon. And at that time, you'll be denied entrance.
Luckily, you're not at the end. We are.
It's true. Oh, wait.
Your children will be safe.
One step closer.
Does the line go around the corner? After
You can watch the suffering of every person. One time we were on a line at Disney World on the running railroad, or the runaway railroad, and it was so long. There were 2 rooms side by side, but it looked like you were one room and you were just going to go on the ride. But then there's a point where you go
Oh,
over
no.
and you realize it's the second room,
in the
and you go, "Oh my god!" And it's equal to the same length as the first one. So we just have found enjoyment watching every person who came to the second room and realize,
You're like,
and every
"Oh
time
my
it's like,
God."
"No." physically watch the impact of the second room.
Oh my god, that's great. That's so
It got
good.
us by the next hour and a half. You're just like,
Yeah, entertainment that whole time. Look at that guy! You can't believe it.
some people are.
Shock
They're all variations. People are just like, oh my god, they're like, like everyone's just purely excited.
We should have came on this ride. Did
anyone
let me
leave?
talk?
Yeah, everyone, you just knew you're gonna turn that turn.
Oh,
and
man.
Here I go. On that road. Nope.
That's
Here I
brutal.
go.
Another 45 to 55 minutes.
Ah,
Oh my god.
so brutal.
Now back to our show. You may now role play either party. What's a role play? You may begin.
Hey. This line doesn't look like it's moving too fast, does it?
I'm kind of tempted that maybe we should disappear and just move on up and reappear at the front.
Yeah.
I'm tempted. It's up to you.
All of a sudden, you see someone coming over, and he has like a bell. He's holding the bell. He's not ringing it though. He's coming up. He's going. And by the way, you're not the last person online, as we said before.
I was gonna ask
Pe-
about that.
People are filling up behind you.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe there's like I don't know, like a couple hundred people behind you.
Right.
And then he goes up to the person in front of you and his family. Okay, that'll be it. Right
That's
here.
it.
Could you?
What about the rest of
Could you
us?
hold this? And he gives you like a bar, like a little part to hold. He gives you a part to hold. He goes, from you back will not be
Why?
entering today. And he walks back to the front.
Your family will be safe.
Yes.
Looks like you're getting in, and we are not.
I'm sorry. I was here before.
As you mentioned. Yep. All right then.
Next week on the finale, we
I'll
all
be-
get to a doctor's office,
We all
but they write their names down on the list before us.
right. I'm gonna keep holding this bar. Now I've been given a job, so I'm gonna do that
On
job.
the next episode, you'll have 11 items. You'll be on the 10 items list.
Expressly. You can't come
We
in.
get to the end. and it's
You're
like-
gonna love it. It's gonna be the best episode ever. We're not gonna have it here. We're gonna have it at ShopRite down the block.
12 items or less.
Okay, please continue.
Please continue to
No.
hold the bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to hold the bar, I guess.
People behind you are like, What's the meaning of this?
You heard him. We're not getting
What do
in.
you mean? Why I heard him? We're on the line. We heard Celestial say what we're supposed to do. Go back and merge in with the ocean? How does that even work? What happens when you do it?
I
Tell
don't know.
me.
I don't know, sir.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Maybe you want to go get some answers from that guy.
If I get off the line, I can't get back on. And the other guy in front of me goes, no, you can get back on the line. It's fine.
We let him back on the line. You're behind me, so just in case you come back, just remember, you're behind us.
Will you hold my place?
Behind me?
Can I
That's
put-
tough. I mean,
Can I play an NPC?
you know,
Sure.
I don't want to.
You let them in front of you?
Oh, they were here.
There's 7 people there.
Yes.
We would have gotten in if they'd have let them in.
Yes, they were here before.
I wanted to go get some ice cream before.
Yes,
stayed in
but
line.
they were here before.
Yes, we got off the line for one moment, but we came right back.
No, it's not allowed. It's not allowed.
Who's to say? You?
I'm sorry, I'm in a situation. I need to.
Give me the bar. Give me the bar.
I need to look out for me and my family.
I was told to hold this.
Don't give me.
I don't think I'm going to give it to you.
There's
No,
no
I was told to
reason.
hold this.
I need
Not
it.
you.
I need the bar. I need the bar.
You should tell that guy up there who gave it to me. Tell
Huh?
him. Tell him you need it.
Just
Nope.
we should have to give it to
I don't think so, sir.
We should have to give it to someone behind us. He's not gonna remember who we gave the bar to.
I don't think so. You
You're
remember me?
You're very nondescript.
I'm very handsome. He'll know. He'll know me. He's never seen a dwarf like me.
Throw the bar in the water.
Delusional.
You never gave me a bar.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no bar. You never gave me a bar.
Yeah, go throw the bar in the water.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
I'll do it.
You don't even have a bar. You wish you had this bar. You don't. So
I don't want it. I
why
want
don't
the
you
bar to be
get
behind me.
me, back in the line where you were? Yeah. Stop causing a ruckus, sir.
What about you guys on your side?
What's happening?
Who do you hand the bar to?
Yeah, who do you bar to?
You.
Hold on to the bar.
Thank you.
This is insane.
You know, it's not yourself. It's really funny.
I
Okay, so you start seeing people behind you just leaving the line and just start getting off. I want to say quickly, about half the line behind you just vacates. That's it, both of them.
can
What are you guys doing?
I imagine us behind them. I imagine us in the gates. I picture us in the gates.
That's the spirit. Okay.
Nice try.
Okay. Most people leave. 75% of the people are gone behind you. Some people are just upset. Some people they're walking up past, trying to talk to somebody. Some people just kind of leave.
We're right up at the gate. We're right there.
You are getting closer,
Okay.
but the people behind you, I mean, are walking past you off
Okay.
the line and walking back. What do you do?
We have all our abilities here, right? Like magic and all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna summon a woodland creature, a little wing dart gull,
Okay.
fly over the wall.
Flies up, goes over the wall, disappears.
Well, either he was vaporized, or he got through.
Oh, sorry.
What's to be sorry for? Just a little spirit.
Time passes, about 10 minutes. There's no one behind you. It's just you at the bar. What are you doing?
Me?
Either.
Nothing.
Look up to the gate.
Having the bar.
I'd like to go in.
Okay.
Having the bar. Turn around. I'll lay it down behind us.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Victorious.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
When we get up there, we tell them that we were the end of the line. We were holding the bar because we're the end of the line.
Sure, we could try that.
You told me to hold the bar behind me.
Okay, so you guys walk up and you see it's like an angel that's like in like armor. And when you guys walk up, you see it's like a knight. The angel. I am so sorry, but you have been denied entrance, it seems.
Why is that?
Is the bar not with you?
They dropped it back there.
Bar is with us.
Well, you're not instructed to hold the bar.
We were, yeah.
So where is it? We have to put it back.
Special bar.
Get the bar. Pick it up.
Were you denied entrance?
We were
Why?
told to hold the bar.
But were you told that you would not be entering?
We did. We were, yes.
Said that was we were told not that we were specifically denied, but that was all the people that were going to be allowed in for the day.
So you were told that you would not be entering, or that you
For the
would,
day.
you were told that you would not be entering, or you were.
I don't know what they heard.
We were told that we would not be entering.
And what did you say, sir?
But I don't know what they were told.
You do not know what you were told.
I was not denied.
You were not denied. Two of you may enter. You, sir, are on the wrong line. gate shut in front of you, Charles.
But he was talking to me. He was talking to Dan.
You have the bar,
Yes, it's right here.
so why are you here?
I was told to hold it.
Okay, were you told that you could enter?
Honestly, it was a little unclear as to whether I was the last person in or not going to be allowed to go in. I mean, I'm holding the bar. I'm helping.
Oh, you feel like you didn't communicate?
I wasn't sure if I was the last person or not the last person.
He never actually said that we were
It was
that.
not quite
that
clear.
we
He
were
said
the
the line
end.
ends here and he gave us the bar.
It all happened so fast.
Well, no, we
So-
took it as that we're the end of the line, so we made sure no one else got past, and
We're hoping
bringing.
to get in.
Yes.
We're here online.
I'll tell you what.
I'm holding the bar.
Pass
Here it
on,
is.
Pass on to me one of your fate points. I'll get you both in.
Okay.
He opens a gate. Keep it. Go inside.
Thank you, sir.
You guys into the city. Charles, you walk over to the one of the other gates. What do you do?
He's still standing there? The angel still standing there?
In the first gate?
Yeah.
He's closed the gate. He's inside.
Oh, okay. Wait, there's still a line on the other two?
A little bit.
I'll go to the stone and wood then.
Okay, you walk in. You come up to the knight. You're the last person in line. Yes.
Can I enter? May I, please?
One fate point.
Okay.
He takes it. Sacrifice one fate point. Let you in. You all enter the city. The city is bustling, and again, inside you see that there's all these three radically different partitions. Unlike anything you've seen before, though, because when you walk into the city, no matter where you are, you're in. Some of you are in the neutral, and some of you are in the good section now. And by the way, you turn around, and there's Charles's character.
Whoa. Inside with us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Looks like he's in the right place now.
Gilder. Are you
No,
at
do.
Gilder right now? No, you're not.
That's due.
You're due?
You recognize him as a
Yeah.
soul, though.
Right. Due. Cool.
Overworlders, farther as I could see.
So the two of you are together, and now you're the bigger group. You're in the neutral. You guys are in good. You walk in, and immediately you see the floor is what kind of shocks you. We're gonna pause 1 second. Oh, we don't have to. Okay. So you see the shore, the floor is what shocks you, because the floor has these gates, like cages on the bottom. So imagine like there's like these, I want to say like these 2 foot long walkways, but they're actually like just like giant cages with these small like 2-inch slits, and then another walkway and then a slit. And there's like something being kept below. When you look below, you see there are all manner of species of people that are trapped. Prisoners. This is in both sections. And interesting enough, you see this, obviously, the same old species you're familiar with, but you also see demons and angels, all just traps. Some of them have their hands above, just looking up. Some, when you walk through, you see bits of light, and they're kind of defeated and just kind of wrapped around their legs, just sitting there. And meanwhile, right above that, on the city street, people are walking along. Some people are excited, some people are eager, and people are talking about the coming battle. This is it. Like the whole Soul Age, we've been waiting for this. And that echoes something in a memory for you. We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this. And you see everyone is excited, and people are immediately going over, and they're rushing over to the vendors. And when they're exchanging like a ball of light, which you didn't see this before, you don't know what it is, but you instantly know this is like their fate, their will. And they're giving up their will. Some people are giving up the will for a better seat. Some people are giving up the will because apparently they want to be the next person to lead the next soul age. People are actually buying armor, weapons, items of things you've never seen before. It looks like a level of item that does not exist in Andaria.
Well,
It's like a suit of armor that is impossible to ever exist, but it's here. And he sees people almost like they're waited, they saved their points, and they're spending it. And apparently it costs 3, 5, 7, 10. And people are just buying his armor, and you see like they're putting it on, and like they're very excited. They're gearing up, like they're making their way down the street. And all streets lead to the center, this epically huge tower. And you can hear in the center of this tower is some sort of coliseum of some type. Both parties will start with Dan and Brooke. What do you want to do? You can role play? Whatever you want to do.
What do you think? Want to check out some vendors? Do you want to head right in?
Are there all different types of vendors around your set, or just of like the?
Everything you can imagine.
Let's take a look around.
All right.
Name the type of vendor you go up to.
Armor.
Okay. You see a dwarf sitting there. He has like his helmet on with the full horns and everything else. Aye, you gonna compete?
What?
Are you gonna compete?
Of course.
Well, then you're in the right place. You need a good armor, or you'll get tear limb for limb. You don't want to lose your soul to the cages.
To the cages.
Aye.
Those are competitors.
If you die in the arena, you can't ever enter the world again, the physical world. Oh yeah, you can exist freely in the soul form, but you can never enter. That's forever. The Celestial City is the only thing that doesn't change. It's always here. Everything else up for grabs. Good to have a strong armor on your chest.
Lucky for me, I have some experience fighting in the arenas.
Oh yeah,
What do you got?
I got everything from the basics to the wondrous.
The Wondrous.
What do you want?
What is Wondrous?
What kind of armor do you want? You like full plate, or do you need to move around a bit more? You said yes to the middle of that. I don't know which one you want.
I don't want full plate.
Aye.
I want to be able to move around a little bit.
How about a dragon scale?
Let's see.
What kind of dragon? I got everything. It's Celestial City, my friend. What kind of dragon?
Gold.
Aye, a gold dragon. He goes to the back and he pulls out a gold dragon scale. Try it on. It appears instead of your armor drops on the floor, and you're wearing the gold dragon armor, and it has the gold dragon like over the head as a helm. It's all one giant piece.
Sick.
Thank God.
How much?
5 fate points.
Thanks. Let me come back to you.
No problem.
Who do you compete against in the arena?
everyone that wants to be the next Celestial Prime.
There are many.
There are quite a few. If you want to see some that lost, just take a look below your feet.
Who is one?
Well, the current Prime now has one.
Who's the current prime?
Who is the current Prime? I suppose you're new here, eh?
We are.
Well, Lady Astra.
Lady Astra.
Of course, her daughter is always trying to, It's always in the running, but she never wants to run from it.
Lady Astra.
It's her daughter.
Kalana, of course.
Okay.
So everyone goes up against Lady Astra.
No. Lady Astra is the current Prime. She will step down. She's not competing again.
Isn't that Wexel's mom?
Wexel's. You refer to Lady Astra as Wexel's mom?
It
What are you
is.
talking
We have
know
a
her son.
very good friend whose mother has the same name.
about? Oh, I'm sure there are many Astras
Oh.
in many worlds across the entire multiverse.
Oh, sorry. Check out some of the other vendors.
Thank you.
Newbies. Damien. Damien
Yes.
and the virtual boys. What do you want to do?
Yeah. I'm good. I don't need anything from any vendors. I'm good with that.
I'm just happy just to wander around and see what news we can pick up. Just
We could go talk.
Just
to,
see-
Do you want to talk to some people? Talk to-
well, I just want to kind of listen in on conversations as we're walking along.
Okay, so you take a look. That was pretty good. You take so you take a look, and you see all sorts of vendors. I'm gonna wait a second because the camera has not followed me yet. Doing a wonderful job in there. Doing great. Say hi to Frankie. Frankie, let me know when we're back.
Oh.
Yes, perfect.
There we go.
Wow,
Wow.
you're doing great in there. We're only running a show here. I'm only kidding. So you see all sorts of vendors. Literally everything you can think of. If there's a vendor you want to look at, you can, or you can walk on by. What do you want to do?
So what? There's vendors with weapons, armor.
Everything.
What else? Everything.
Anything you can imagine.
Potions.
Okay.
Head up and see what sort of potions they've got.
You see a sprite come up.
Hello, you want the potion? I got the potion for you.
What have you got?
I have all sorts of potions that can do anything you want.
I believe him.
You should believe me, they're all around me. What is not to believe?
So you have potions to restore your power points and other abilities.
Yes, I do. Never put so crudely as you speak of it, but they're very expensive.
How much?
It'll be 5 of your fate.
Not worth it. It's not worth it. It's far too expensive for a simple potion.
Anything else?
Not for me.
Have any-
thanks.
No.
Potions of haste.
A potion of haste, yes. I can have a potion ready for you right now.
How much is that?
The potion lasts for 1 minute. It's worth
How much?
2 fate points.
Might be
If
too
time
rich for
existed
my
here,
blood.
I would be crumbling into dust.
Time is irrelevant.
And so is this bye.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Goodbye, goodbye. You're wasting
Goodbye.
my time.
Yes, yes, I am.
Jinxter's potions. Who wants a potion? Play the lotto game that you can possibly win one of the most powerful potions there is.
Okay, what do you guys do?
Lotto?
Games of chance. Attracted to.
Oh, yes. Are you interested? All you have to do is roll the die. Achieve a 6. Win a powerful potion.
What's it cost?
1 fate point to play. But if you roll a 6, you could win something that costs 5.
I'll consider it.
Of course, you're all useless.
That guy's a character.
Hmm.
I think it was a female.
What?
So any people around that look familiar at this point?
No.
They all still look like people that nobody knows.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to look at the ones in the cages. Are there anyone there that looks familiar as we're walking along?
Bob? No.
No, I'm just wondering. Is there anyone that you can you recognize or? Yeah.
It's a good question.
No.
Okay.
I'm kind of happy just to.
Well, we talked to the ones down there.
Can you talk to? Yeah, you can talk to.
Yeah. How did you lose?
Interesting idea for Chuck Girls. You need a potion of haste and a potion of eternal youth. Drank together, and the haste can last forever, and you don't age for using it. Would that work?
Wow.
Amazing idea. Are you going to talk to people below your feet?
Maybe in this
Yes.
realm.
Okay.
Sure.
So you get on your knees and you start to speak through the cage,
Yes.
and you see all sorts of species down there. Name a person, type of person you talk to. You see demons, angels, dwarves, elves, halflings, gnomes, humans, darklings.
It was a demon, and I'll speak infernal to him.
Nice.
What?
How did you lose?
Demon.
Just couldn't do it.
Couldn't do
Got the
what?
better of me.
What was the contest?
What?
What did they use?
Magic.
I'm gonna look over at Mr. R. Well, we have that covered.
Do not compete. Sometimes you surrender. The rules say that you can surrender and kneel and keep your physical existence. But they don't have to accept your surrender. They can kill you anyway. Unless you're
It's
a
a no.
star seeker. Don't compete.
It's a no. Look at Mr. R. I know you understood that.
Oh yes.
Unless you're a star seeker, dwarf, which you are, we shouldn't compete.
Talking to me?
Yes.
So you think I should compete?
You don't have to.
So all the ones that are in the cages were ones that have lost. I'll just ask a few of them, saying as
Yes.
we're going along. So they lost, and you, and the person that
No,
defeated you
It's not lost. It was killed.
killed.
in the arena. If you were
Right.
killed in the arena,
Right.
quote unquote,
Go in the cage.
Right. He said.
your physical existence is tied forever to the celestial city.
Right.
That's what you learn from talking with them to kind of move
Right.
this along a little bit.
Okay.
If you surrender, which is again what you learn, if you surrender, and it's accepted, of course, you can take your seat.
Right.
And you lose. But you don't get your soul tied
Right.
to Celestial City and cage.
Take your seat in the arena.
So your options are you either fight in, you can either take a seat in the arena and watch what happens, or you can compete and fight in the arena. And if you win, then you win. If you lose and they go and you surrender to someone, that person has the choice to go accept it or not. If they don't accept it, you end up in the cage, trapped forever.
Sounds like it. Sounds like that. Yep. That seems to be the gist of it.
Yep. So there's the risk of competing is that you may be trapped here forever.
Right.
But and asking around in there, were they fighting singles or were they fighting as groups?
You resting a demon again or somebody else?
A random somebody. Let's say halfling this time.
I mean, it's well, it can be it's 1-on-1, and then it can be more. They tell you all the rules when you go in. You'll see.
Are there
So
any
it's
Star
possible we-
Seekers in there? Trapped.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think that guy's a Star Seeker. Were you a Star Seeker? Yes, I was. Really?
Oh my god.
My friend. Added a
Yeah,
friend.
that's my friend over there.
Okay.
So it comes with a risk. But the reward is huge, and they might accept it depending on who you're fighting.
Yeah.
I think the best thing is we need to go find the rules out.
Did Onyx come with me, or is he with Abyssia and Hagar?
They're with you, but you kind of lost track of them when you went through the cave. But you could feel their presence with you.
Okay.
So they're with you in the boat. They were with you when you went to the dock. When you went to the dungeon, you were alone. You went to the cave, you were alone. And when you came out, you forgot all about them. But now
Okay.
you wonder, like, where are they? You could tell, like, it's almost like they're floating in in your aura.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we should try to learn as much as we can, before we commit to anything.
So I guess our best bet is to head up to the arena and just find out.
Yeah, I'm alright with that. Let's do it.
Yep.
You guys make your way towards the center of Citadel. You guys, the other group do the same thing, or no?
We're still shopping.
No, I'm not going to buy anything.
Can we walk up?
Both groups make your way up, and eventually they're taking people in and they're looking at you, and they check something out on the list. They don't say anything to you. In your case, it's a knight. In your case, it's an angel, and they kind of just motion you forward. As you pass, the knight stops you, goes like this to you, and like anoints you, puts something on your forehead. He doesn't do it to the other two with you. For you, the angel goes like this, and like a little star appears on your forehead. And the same thing for you. You guys walk in, and you walk into a room that has the obsidian, and it has the crystal coming in, and it has the wood and stone, and it enters into this large room. There's a man in the center. And when you get there, there are other people there, and people are just talking with others, people of that, that have a function there, they're moving onward, they've already spoken to somebody. Some people are waiting to speak to this central person, and this person is, looks like some sort of elf. Maybe a little bit different than you're used to, but pretty much an elf. Everyone gather around. If you haven't been here before, if you're just arriving, please make your way to me. Make your way to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You approach, you see each other.
Whoa.
So you are entering to compete. Just by entering this building, as you already have, you have already been given a match. You will not know when your match comes. But by entering this building, everyone here is ready to compete. That's how it works. If you do not wish to compete, don't enter this building. Or declare it now. Anyway, by entering the arena, your soul binds to this following agreement. You may bear witness to the grand battles within the celestial arena. Inside, many battles will take place in hopes of selecting the next celestial prime. Everyone who is allowed to enter has the right to compete, and their battle, as I mentioned, has been selected. You could be chosen to compete any time. There will be many battles until there is only one, and there can be only one. During battle, you will fight until you slay or defeat your opponent. If an opponent is slain, their physical existence will be trapped here in the cages of the city forever, while their soul roams free in the world beyond, never to re-enter. If an opponent is defeated, they are allowed to live or submit by kneeling to their opponent. In this case, the combatant who submits may take their seat once again, never to re-enter the arena in this soul age or the next. You can only seek to be the next prime one time. At any time, any spectator may enter the arena to aid another at risk themselves. As I've already stated, with the addition of this, if a spectator enters a match that is not their own, they immediately become an advocate of the combatant they support. They then must fight that fight and every other fight to help bring about the vision of the person that they are supporting for the next soul age. Beware, if the combatant they support wishes it, from that point forward, they can banish them to the cages of the Celestial City forever. Ask me any questions you have, and once you have full understanding, you will go inside.
Could you go over that last bit one more time? About the
You all have your matches to compete.
right.
You all will compete. Some stand up and they immediately submit from their seats. They do not want to enter. They sacrifice their place. That could be done. But let's say someone fights for a cause, because the causes of everyone in their vision will be known. In fact, will be known very soon. If you rush at any time from the seats into the arena on the side of anyone there, you immediately fight for their cause from that moment forward. If they win and they enter the arena again, you must go with them. You are mandated. Penalty is you go into the cages. If you are killed, you go into the cages. If you submit and it is accepted, you do not die, you can take your seat. Watch the rest of the competition. But you can never re-enter the arena ever again.
Who are we accepted by or disapproved of by? Our submittants. And when we submit, who
Your combatant.
Whoever you're against,
whoever we're fighting against.
your opponent.
To be fair, most accept surrender. No one is trying to end anyone else's existence or such, but it does happen, as you see. Deaths happen. And there are a few unruly characters out there who will simply end your life so they can never see you again in physical reality. And as I said, if you are a spectator and you enter a match, you forfeit yourself to bring yourself as a prime.
If we aid someone else, we fight behind their cause.
For the rest of your time here.
Even if
Does
we're the
that
only ones
stop you from?
standing. Sorry, Richard.
No. So
Even if the person you support dies
Correct.
and you live on, you are fighting for their cause.
So if they stand, so let's say one person stands and you back them, and then does that mean you can never go for being the prime from that point on?
Once
Or-
you pick another, you can never be prime.
Right. So if they win and they become the prime,
Oh.
can you
Can
then?
you try again?
Yes, that's the question.
If they win,
If they win,
The
then-
person you're supporting, you're
yes,
talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
Because technically you're not going to be prime. You're just aiding someone. So would you be able to return to compete
a
to be
prime could make any rules they want. It's their existence.
But I'm confused about one thing. If the person you're supporting dies and you continue and carry on, and then you win,
Their
are you
physical-
not prime then, or are they?
You
prime?
are not prime.
Okay, that
And remember-
person's prime. The
Remember,
prime.
their physical version of themselves would be trapped below, but their soul would be in charge. Their soul,
would be prime.
Would be prime.
And they could then free their body. They could then technically free their own body.
They could. There is
'Cause-
a council.
Yes.
The Celestial Council is obviously Kalana, Zalrun, and they oversee that. It is possible to overturn that, but it usually is not. The battles we had last time with Astra were truly magnificent. The magic that she wields is truly unconventional. Some might call it a bit wild. Do you believe that you fully understand? You fight for yourself, you fight for someone else, or you surrender. At any point, if you surrender for any reason, you kneel. You are done. You cannot re-enter for any reason whatsoever. Once you make a decision to support another, that is it. You support their cause, no matter what. If you stay true to yourself and you wish to be the next prime, then that is what you do. You are unyielding. Your will is final. But there could be a moment you could fight a battle, fight another, and then decide that your cause is not and aid another. That could happen. That's fine.
So if you won your first battle, for example, and then you could then choose not to fight again and aid another,
Yes.
and then you'd never be able to be a prime again.
Correct.
How many battles are there?
Countless all across simultaneous versions.
Then
They're
how is
happening.
one chosen?
The battle you see here, Astra is the prime, but the council is different for every system. You're battling in the Andarian system.
So when does the battle end? How do we know?
When there is one.
So when there's a match, there's a winner from that match. That winner becomes a prime.
No, they sit down. Another match happens. Some people lose. The amount grows smaller. Matches continue until there are few.
Until there's only one.
Have you seen Bloodsport?
And something that you might understand, think of it like a tennis tournament. You have two sides, they go down to there's only two in the end, there'll be two fighting, and then they will be, whoever wins that, there is only one. So it's like, you get matched all up and you keep going
That's
down
exactly
and
what
down
it
and
is.
down.
If you
I
lose,
get
you're
it,
eliminated.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
Yeah.
nothing
elimination,
complex.
and then yeah.
Are there any other questions?
Is it the fighting no holds bar? Anything goes?
Anything goes as long as you stay within the arena.
Actually, we did all holds bar before.
Oh.
So it was-
No, I did no holds bar.
We
No, no,
did
no, no. Bars hold is okay.
So as long as we stay within the arena, does that mean up as well?
Yes, you can go to a height as long as you do not go into a height that is up where the Celestial Council is. You cannot equal their height. If you do, the match will be allowed to finish. You will be disqualified if you win.
I'm sorry. Say it again. We're
cannot-
not allowed to fly up.
You cannot go as high as the Celestial Council.
In Distance.
Yes.
Oh.
How high is that?
About over 150 feet, 200 feet or so.
Can we see them from the middle of the arena?
You will clearly see them, yes.
Do they know everyone that's going to be battling before we arrive?
You're asking if they know everyone that's going to battle? No. But, as you can imagine, I see by your foreheads that 3 of you are Star Seekers. You are created for this. This is your moment. It's why you're here. Usually all these people and are Sauron in his time, Kalana, Astra. If you feel a connection with one, it's probably because they chose you. You can't remember, that is. Do you know which one chose each of you?
Yes.
And who is that?
Kalana.
And you?
I don't know.
I'd say Ender.
Whichever you feel the closest to is probably the answer, of course. You could have also just asked them too, and they would tell you.
Ask them?
If they give you the privilege to speak with them.
How do we...
If you are blessed by them, you will see them. You would have seen them on the way in.
We've seen them.
Not many do. So usually you see the one that blesses you or favors you. Who did you see?
So Kalana. And then we saw all 3.
So all 3.
Yes.
That is quite a gift. I have not heard of such a thing.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure, but your battle will be closely watched.
And what is your name?
Alkan.
Thank you, Alkan.
Go. Inside. Prepare. The battle will be great. Keep your will strong. You walk forward. You walk up steps. You walk in. And all of a sudden, you hear like the roar of this crowd that is literally millions. Stadiums that we know are like, what, 60,000, 70,000, something like that. This is millions, and it goes up, up forever. And you can feel that even over it, there's like a glistening. It's almost like the entire soul consciousness is watching. This is everybody. This is the everything. Above, all the way up, in like a disc that kind of floats, is the council. And they're in the chairs, looking over, looking down. And this disc that's kind of they're in, kind of like floats around the whole center. Above that, you see eyes. And it's the eyes of Astra. Like you saw the collector many, many long time ago. Your eyes are just like watching the entire thing. People are excited. They're cheering. They're picking up their favorite people to root for and such. And you get the feeling there's also some sort of system happening where people that if they are rooting for somebody and put their favor behind somebody, it's almost like some sort of benefit that you believe they're getting. You kind of just feel that inherently. So there's a lot going on underneath the surface. You're directed to a certain area, kind of like most of the combatants are staying and where they go, and you just find yourself in awe of this whole thing. The one thing that sits with you is your will. What will you attract? And your feelings go out to kind of connect automatically. Is there anyone in this crowd that would come to my aid right now and support me? And that's where we stop for the episode. Thank you guys. Next week is the final episode, season 3, episode 12. And that is it. The Celestial War saga ends here.
Wow.
Guys, this was an exciting episode.
Oh my god.
We went kind of late to get this because it was a big episode, so we're just going to stop here. And but we thank you for watching. I hope you had fun. We came, we saw, we laughed, we watched a guy cut the line.
And his
You
family.
said he was there before.
And
And his family.
did he lie? Did he tell the truth?
Never know.
I don't know.
We'll never know. But maybe we'll know at the end. Because at the end, you can ask me anything you want. It's over then. I can finally just say anything. Maybe that time in that one episode.
Wow.
Yeah, if you have any lasting questions that have made it this far, feel free. You deserve to ask it then.
Anything about the world?
Yeah, you're gonna ask me about the dwarves underneath the sea.
Yeah, what they mine.
And what are they mining? Who?
I mean, coral.
I was curious.
I want
Oh,
to
man.
know what they're mining, and I want to know it now.
How much do they get for it?
What-
Pound.
How do they trade
How is
seashells?
it traded?
They trade
What is
seashells.
their currency?
How'd you like this episode? Was everything you
You
felt?
asking me?
Everybody.
I loved it.
Yeah, a lot of will bartering here.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah,
lot of
nobody
intro-
bought anything.
A lot of introspective stuff.
Oh
It's
man,
cool.
yeah.
I know how some
We have
people
to just
feel now.
take a note that we walked basically right by the greatest shopping experience.
I know.
Yeah,
In
I
D&D
can't-
history, we could have bought anything we wanted, but you know
This
what
guy
we
was
gonna do?
wearing gold armor. He's
I
gonna be
know.
immune to like a crazy amount of stuff. He's like,
He's like, nah, I can't
I'll see you
afford it.
next time.
Can't afford it.
Nobody said golden dragon scale armor is the most important thing.
Right.
We talked about the value of weapons,
We
items,
did,
and armor.
we
Yeah,
did.
We did talk about that.
There's
Yeah,
definitely.
but but the
I
value of
can
fate
tell-
points was more, or
I-
was that
I-
was that the fate
Dan?
points?
You're gonna see what it's worth. The fate points are worth something that is very valuable. But golden armor, golden dragon
I
tail
think
armor.
it's just classic that we had that
I
opportunity.
can't believe that you walked by that. Yeah.
I,
can't.
what am I gonna spend?
Then
it
there-
on?
I know,
then
I
there
know.
would have been.
I spent
Then
Then
People
again,
with
you,
dragons.
you already you
I
threw up
spent-
7 fate
I
points at the
spent
beginning of the
10
episode.
fate points today. Okay, that's all
Wild.
I'm saying.
I don't
Well,
even know who you are
let's,
anymore.
Let's go.
That's right.
Let's go around. How many fate points you have, Dan?
How many will I have like next week?
Yeah, sure.
I will
Is the
have
answer 1?
7 next week.
7.
Wow.
Oof. Oh man, you could have bought it too.
Mm.
You regretting it?
No.
Good for you.
What's your
That's the
what's
right
the defense on Hogar?
What's my defense right now?
Uh huh.
23.
Yeah, you should have bought that.
Yeah, it would have went higher.
Mike-
A lot higher.
I was already thinking about because you're gonna ask me like what it's gonna be. I was gonna raise you up by 10, and you're gonna be immune to a bunch of stuff. But no regrets. Brooke,
No
6.
regrets.
6. No regrets either.
one,
Sure.
one fate.
Not a letter.
Yeah, next week you have 2.
Yeah, I'll have two.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 is
No
for me
letter.
next week.
6
6
next
I'll
week.
ha- 6 I'll have
Okay.
next week. Yeah.
Charles.
Currently 9. So next week
9.
I'll set back up to 10.
Yeah, I'll have
Did you
3
say
next week.
9 or none?
9.
I
9.
thought you said
9
six.
right
Yeah,
now.
I
As
thought
it
he had
sits right
10 to
now,
start
9.
Today, so.
Richard,
Yeah.
you can have 1 next week.
I'll have 3 next week. That's why I couldn't buy anything because I didn't
Word.
have enough.
Gotcha.
Aw.
I couldn't afford the potions anyway, so
Yeah.
Poor man
You
in
could have
Celestial
played
City.
the lucky. You could have played the luck game.
I know.
yeah.
I
the
thought
luck
about
game.
it. But I mean,
I wanted
it's
to play it, but I wasn't there.
I know.
Travis wanted to play the luck game, but
Hold
his other, my other,
I know
The
you,
other-
you have an affinity for gambling. and
I
when
know,
I said that, I
Travis
went,
was
"All right."
like, "Oh my god!"
in my mind, I
wanna
went,
do
"Oh
that."
no." He
Hold
has,
on,
he
hold
has a
on.
lucky thing for gambling. This,
on.
this may be a
Quick.
really bad move.
Travis really
Scrub,
wanted to gamble, but
Go ahead and roll that 6. Just to see.
Me?
Just to see.
Oh, scroll.
Just to see.
oh yeah, good. If
Yeah,
I had
there
done
we
it,
go.
would I have got it?
no, 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
it's hard to say.
Saved your fate point.
He would have rolled this so long ago. Who knows?
I
what
mean,
happened.
yeah, that's.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
This episode,
that was a natural one. So
there you go. So this episode was all about the will, about who you are, your identity in the beginning, walking through, checking yourself. You guys made your own enemies in that dungeon. You passed it. You went through your memories. You remembered who you were. You went online. Someone tested your alignment at the end. Going in there, just to mess with you, and then going into the city, you see the penalties for going forward, and what if you lose, all that kind of stuff. So the stakes are high. Next week will be the final episode. It will be the final episode. We started at 9 o'clock today. Next week we have to start at 8:30. We have to start on time. So if you can be here like 8 o'clock, 8:10, do that. We're gonna try to start right on time. We need all of those minutes, and I'd love to have a little after show after. I was thinking about we could have like an epic after show the next week and just do like a whole thing for the entire saga or something like that.
That would be cool.
But yeah, maybe we do that, maybe we don't. If we have the time, we do 30 minutes at the end. If it goes late, we just end the show. So that's it, guys. Next week, if you've been watching since the beginning, this is it. Enjoy. And
That's great.
yeah. So we'll see
Just
you
for
guys.
just for the guys to have a quick think about is, should you go in yourself or should we all back one person? That's the same for you to think about for this week.
Wow.
That's the
Do we just
key.
back
I
one
mean, there's
person?
definitely a strategy there.
Yeah.
An
Well,
option.
it doesn't matter between me and Richard. It doesn't matter
Right.
because
We
we're
can't do
not
it.
going to be able to do anything. So it's up to you three to decide. Do you want to do that?
Hmm.
I don't think Damien's
And if
gonna
you
be
do-
back in
And
you
who
can't-
won't?
The two
Who's
of you,
backing who?
the two of you can compete. The demon
Yeah.
is telling you that like don't even try if you're not.
Yeah.
A Jedi. So,
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. But we can go in and back somebody, and we'll be good.
so that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This was Season 3, Episode 11, Battle of Wits Part 2. We will see you next time on the last episode of Celestial War Saga. Guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank-